Oh, we are streaming.
We're live, yeah.
Okay.
We got all the lights on and stuff. I guess we do.
Yeah, we've been cleaning, drag the
Desperate.
dead body out of here. The dead body, that would be the
husk.
the whatever that thing is, Spitfire body. But we got the chassis back here.
If you see any lug nuts.
Yeah, there's some up. They're around. There's some up there where the tools are. I'm cleaning up, and I'll be back to the tools before too much longer.
Yeah, I need them. Okay.
But there's Robin Banks. Robin Banks. Yeah. It looks like Robin Banks, but Robin Banks. It's here. But maybe not here.
Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm Kim of Kim Fixes Things. I'm here with your host, Campo. And we have set upon a new adventure.
It's Easter Sunday. Maybe nobody comes in. I don't know.
Oh, happy holiday.
Johnny C is here. Happy Easter. Yeah, we're 10 minutes early.
Just a few minutes.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
And
Mama M3. And we just took the skid steer and dragged the body, the rusty body out of here. But we got video of it, so we'll put up video.
Oh, I've got a whole video right in the pipe. It could be put up right this moment, but we're streaming instead.
Buddy Carafanos here. Good evening. Kim's moving the chassis around. I don't know what her goal is right now.
I just want to put it in a place where we can work on it a little
What's
bit.
nice is that thing's not so big and we can walk around it. Every other car we have in here takes up the whole thing.
The whole thing.
And we haven't had any big cars. Like, we haven't pulled a Cadillac in here, or a Lincoln, or a 70s LTD or something. Oh, that'd be hard to work on. You have to go in through the windows.
Oh, that's why.
Although we had that truck in here that you pulled the body on. That was. There's what?
There was a jack chock in the tire.
Oh, here, hold on.
I got it. No.
I'm going to steer it.
You're going to steer
it. Because it's going back. Yeah, it's trying to steer. It's crazy.
Yeah, just make sure it doesn't. Oh, wonky donkey. Honky tonk.
Why doesn't it go?
Because it's old. Rough.
Hey, you're going to hit a wheel chuck there. I know what your plan is. You're going to hit it.
I just wanted to be.
Hey, do you want to put that under this drum, or what do you want to do? Why can't we put a wheel on this?
I can't find the lug nuts.
Oh, I told you I saw the lug nuts over here. You only need two to roll it, so we can.
Yeah, you roll with one.
You'll roll with one?
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Well, you know what we have here?
Yeah, it's lighter without lifting the wheel in here. There you go. There, it's good.
We have 4 lug nuts, which I think is enough.
Let's
see who else is here.
Ooh.
Space Cat's here. Good evening.
That was a half.
Driving out of Del Rio tonight, back to San Antonio.
That was a full thrash. 20 minutes there to get this place.
Space Cat says, digging the Spitfire. Buddy Carfano, do you have to put VIN number from the old body? Yeah, it's just gonna be a Spitfire. And I'm sure there's a VIN on the frame somewhere too. So I've done something like this before and just moved the data plate to the new sheet metal. You know,
we're gonna have to.
It's the same car. It's not like we're changing cars. We're just doing major body work.
We'll have to. You can set it there for a minute. I need a break.
There's your look.
We ran around like crazy people to get this place functional for a few minutes.
Yeah, we have tools.
I was yelling, barking orders at him.
She's mad at me because I'm trying to clean up the tools.
Like a drill sergeant.
She didn't expect me to clean up tools. I was cleaning them up, and what are you doing? I'm trying to get the tools out of your way. Things like this that I normally have very organized, they're just like just a mess.
This place, we're up to our ears in like parts and pieces and dirt and rust and just I worked on it a lot yesterday. There is a bunch of footage. There's a 10-minute video of us getting it in here and doing the Willet run last night. If you weren't here, we did a Willet.
Why?
A live will it run? When's the last time you saw a live will it run?
Oh, I'm gonna kill that. There. Okay, it's big.
When's the last time you saw someone do a live will it run? Why are you aiming at the ceiling?
Because I aimed it that way for a reason, and you want to put it back.
People want to see what we're doing. If you
Look there. You want me to pull my shirt up? You see all my fat?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I'm like I'm sitting back so I look like I'm really fat. So now I have to sit straight up so I don't look
proper. Fat. Sit like a man. Sit like a gentleman.
I was trying to tip it up, and then you can also see the Studebaker.
Is there a schematic or working drawing of the new body?
No. I'm going to do it like Bad Chad does it. Yeah, it's in my head. I could draw it all up, but I'd spend a lot of time with that. And I don't know. I got a pretty good idea what I'm going to do. There'll be a certain amount of that.
Can I have that drink, that red drink?
There'll be a certain amount of that, I suppose.
Oh, we'll have to do a lot. I mean, it's going to take, once we start putting it back, the ripping apart with reckless abandon happens fast. The putting back together is a lot. But considering we have no intention to use it as a car, really.
Well, we might drive it to a car show or something like that locally and drive it around here and up to the store and stuff like that. But
we don't need like windshield wipers or brakes or any of that stuff. Maybe brakes, but not highway brakes.
Kim isn't doing Buff any favors with the camera angle. No shit.
Well, you guys want to look at the ceiling?
Okay.
We'll aim it at the ceiling if it makes you happy.
What's that bottle there that looks like it has water in it now? Was that cleaner?
It's water.
And what was it? Did you put water in where the cleaner was?
There's 2 bottles of cleaner and a bottle.
Okay, so I'm missing a bottle of cleaner or 2.
One of the bottles of cleaner is right there. The other is hanging up where the bottles of cleaner go.
Okay, I just thought maybe you filled that with water.
Colleen says, I feel you, Buff. I do the same thing when Damie and I go live. What, you aim the camera at the ceiling?
It wasn't at the ceiling. It was like from here up instead of, like. Another thing that happens, I got kind of a tall body and short legs. So then what happens is every shirt I get, other than one brand, it's up too high.
We'll get you a men's corset.
And then what happens is my belly button shows, and that's really disgusting.
A men's corset looks nice. Very dignified.
So.
A men's one, not a ladies' corset. Not pink and frilly. A men's. They look manly. Has anyone ever seen a man dressed, in a very...
cummerbund?
No, in a corset.
Oh, no.
A very handsome man in a corset is a beautiful thing. Let me have a paper towel. Did you guys have a nice holiday? There's not too many people coming in tonight. Tony decided not to go live.
Yeah, we were going to go on at 9 right after Tony, and then I noticed Tony wasn't there. I said, hey, let's just go up there and go live now. Well, I was sick yesterday, and I was hanging out in the house, mostly sleeping. And
I smogged him out with
Kim came up here
with the Rillet run the night before.
Kim came up here and pulled the body off by herself.
I pulled the body off.
And she took a bunch of pictures of it, and I put up some of the pictures.
TMI, Kim. Oh, okay. Sorry.
What's TMI?
Too much information.
Oh, I don't know all these things. Let's see. So, next. I want a drink, too.
Okay, good.
I want to find my, whatever I'm working on right now. Welch's Cherry Pomegranate. Not a sponsor, just too much information. I gotta find my water.
So, we are live because that's the only way I can drag him out the shop. If I tell him we'll go live, he'll come up here. Otherwise...
So anyway, I decided to go live really early, but then there was such a mess in here, we decided to clean the mess up first.
A little clean.
Not clean. Long.
Not clean, but,
Oh, it was like I couldn't
it out to the edges.
I walked in here, I said, I can't even get across here. There's too many traps, It's like...
It was pretty bad.
I can't get across here because there's tools and electrical cords and...
What are you calling a trap?
Oh, come on. So.
Oh, Kim, did you get the text I sent you? No. No, I will look at it. Is it pictures? Is it a...
Kim, pay attention to her phone. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's like that's a on again off again thing. She
You know
pays
what?
attention to her phone.
I sent a text to my mom.
Well, that's good. You got to talk to your mom.
Well, you know, let's see.
So, yeah, there's times I leave and I go tripping on vice grips. What I was tripping on was electrical cords and the hoses, whatever was dangling, excess wires from that Spitfire body and rust. So anyway, I was going to come on here real early, but we decided to clean up a little bit before. So I only ended up coming on like 15 minutes early or something. Oh, look at that. Hippie long, 9 o'clock. Is he going to get points for that?
Yes.
Says, I hear pistachios go good with your drink. You know, I left the pistachios at the house.
He did. He took them up there, and that's it. He doesn't want anybody to eat them.
Kim's been eating them.
Squirreled them away. New messages. No.
Bloody car found out. Dirty, unorganized shop drives me crazy. Yeah, me too. But if you try to get something done, it gets like that. And then I've got to get to the point where, see, I like toolboxes that are just so everything's got to be just the right way, wrenches turned the right direction, all that. And Kim's kind of like, well, if they're anywhere near the toolbox, they're okay. And I've got everything wiped off clean, and she works differently than that. What is that?
Colleen sent it to me.
Watching a video?
I guess.
It's loud. So what we should do is put do you have a link we can put in here so everybody can look at that? Because I think them listening to this is less than optimal.
We'll get demonetized. Let them hear. I don't know this guy.
Who is it?
I don't know. It looks like he has a car like this with turbos on it or something.
Oh.
Can I watch it later?
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch it later. We're gonna look live.
I didn't see it until just now. Oh, we usually get along.
Yeah, we get along. It's just
he gets mad at me because I get mean, and then he
starts getting mean, and I just like.
And he'll tell me about it for a while.
Like, what the heck? Why are you getting mean with me? I'm trying to put the tools away.
I guess.
Well, you wouldn't be able to get the tools out if I didn't put them away.
I appreciate you putting the tools away. I really do.
You'd have to go get them out.
Yeah. We don't organize a plan. We just both charge off in our own directions, and then I get frustrated because.
Well, Kim gets a lot more done than I get done.
No, that's okay. I just have.
At least with the cars, I get more done wiping the tools down and.
I make a big mess.
Degreasing the power tools and I like doing that. I mean, that's kind of my thing.
I get buried in my own mess, which is a problem.
Yep. So I got roll around toolboxes so I could roll them over to the job, but in here you can't do that because there's not enough room to roll the toolboxes around. So they're just where they are, and then we carry the tools to somewhere.
And then we get to working on several things at once, and then all the tools are over with one project and not where they're supposed to be. And I hear you, buddy, Carpon. Kim only needs access to the vice grips. That's right. You can pretty much do everything with vice grips.
Well, I bought her a tool when she first got here, and I think she thought I was crazy, and she didn't use it much. And then now she uses it like every time she's working, she uses it.
Knipex or is it
Knipex.
Good wrenches. Why am I so sneezy tonight?
Because they look like you're grabbing something with vice grips and destroying it, but you're not. They stay perfectly parallel, and you can put a lot of grip on a bolt more than you can with a regular wrench. They're amazing. I don't know.
I was up here last night until about 1 o'clock, and he called me on my phone, and he said, "Are you coming home?" And I said, oh, I guess so. But what I did is I did all that work and I had wore myself out so bad. I was just sitting in a chair staring at the wall. I didn't even notice. It got late. So, but I was too tired to clean up.
See, these look like some kind of vice grips or something, but what they are is, I mean, these things are just amazing. You can adjust them, and then these jaws stay parallel. So when you clamp down on something, you can put enormous force on a bolt, let's say.
I apologize. The long form videos are going to be
like this. You can put enormous amount of force on that.
Oh, thank you.
And they'll never slip, and they're flat, so that there's no teeth in them. They don't gouge anything up. And you can loosen up stuff or tighten stuff tighter than you can with a wrench. And you see people go, get off that with the pliers. Well, these are not really pliers. They're a whole different thing.
Colleen says
pretty cool things.
The guy on that racing channel that she sent me that had the Spitfire with the turbos on it, he's the person who was in the other lane when Mr. Nelson wrecked the Studebaker.
Oh my God.
So that's how she knows him from Sick Week 2022. Can you believe it's already been that long since that accident? Wow.
Mr. Nelson wrecked the Studebaker. He didn't wreck a
Studebaker. Do those lock?
He didn't wreck a Studebaker.
They don't lock down. You have to hold.
No, you have to hold them, but
they do have a lock for the slide.
But they have
a little button that locks them.
They have such a mechanical advantage. You can't.
But it doesn't have like a lockdown at the bottom.
No, but you got such a mechanical advantage.
They work pretty good.
They don't break loose.
That would be nice if they were locking pliers like vice grips. They had like a locking mechanism.
They don't spring at all. The handles would have to be a little bit springy.
The handles would have to be a little bit springy, I suppose.
So he didn't wreck the Studebaker.
Wasn't it? What was it?
He wrecked a Volvo.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about the Endo.
In 2022, Volvo? that was the only wreck where they wrecked it. The Studebaker was the one that got stolen, isn't it?
This is it was a Volvo. Yeah, this is a Knipex. There's some
Main Street Mopar
Chinese. There's some Chinese copies of these now, but and I didn't know if they were called Knipex or Knipex. So I went to their website, and they actually tell you they're Knipex. They tell you how to pronounce it.
Okay.
So I know. Okay.
Knipex,
so no, she's asking about it. Okay. So or somebody was. So anyway, yeah, Mean Street Mopar's here, and. Wow, we got some people here, even on Easter Sunday. I didn't think many people would show up.
2023? No, it might have been 2022 because we saw.
Oh yeah, probably.
We saw him the next year at No Name Nationals, and it had been like a pretty long time since the accident. He was all healed, and then he took the car down the track for the first time in a year or whatever, and then now it's the next year after that, so it probably was
2022, yeah, because 2023, we interviewed him in 2023 when he signed the side of the van, and he told us the story.
And then last year, it was his whole
last year he wasn't there.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. They didn't come last year. So it is. It's been since then. You were right.
You're right. Yeah, it's 2022.
Happy Easter, Red Hornet. Did
you
get eggs, or did you get plastic eggs with chocolate? Who got eggs?
I didn't get you any chocolate eggs.
You can get them on clearance tomorrow.
Get them on clearance tomorrow. They're just as chocolatey, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are. You know what? I have chocolate chips. That's almost as good as Easter. I can't eat a lot of chocolate.
Got to get this.
We are not children. We cannot eat junk food like that. So.
Well, we can, but then it takes its toll.
I spent extra time in my prayer and meditation routine reflecting on the goodness that is, and the spring and the Jesus thing, all the things that are Easter associated. I was raised in that faith, and I take the good that I can take from it. Absolutely. And I'm happy that, we're all here, and I'm hopeful that we can enjoy some time. You guys are like family. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't have any invites this year to go anywhere.
We didn't. You went somewhere yesterday.
I did. I hung out with John Hart. John, if you're here or watching,
John Hart's a lot of times here, but he watches on a TV set somehow, so it's harder for him to to get into the
Yeah,
chat.
he's on Roku. He could probably send a message on his phone, but that's
but
okay.
he's a local guy that's.
But he got M&Ms for Easter.
Oh,
M&Ms are nice because they melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
What do they do? Let's say in your armpit.
They probably melt in your armpit. They probably leave colorful stains.
There was a comedian used to say that. I don't remember who it was.
You know what? You can't reach down and fall off.
I'll fall off the chair. Don't predict the future.
Well, I'm not going to let it happen. So,
I was able to get one too.
How'd you get that one?
It was already up here.
Oh man. So, I need to make a custom intake manifold for the what's that thing? Bronco 2 engine. And so I made the call today and I ordered brightly colored clay. The kind that doesn't harden, the oil-based clay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this real good, right? And I'm going to build up like a bowl with clay, and then I'm going to fill it with epoxy.
I thought you were going to say you're going to make a sand casting and we'll melt some aluminum.
I don't want to melt aluminum. I think that'll mess it up. I think that if
we'd have to start with
especially if I put pins in it.
Oh,
I think that epoxy
you try some weird stuff, and a lot of times it works.
If it doesn't work, it's not like I'm going to sell it to somebody like that. I want to try and use it. But anyways, that project was really stagnant. So I have a plan for that. And we were talking about Easter and Easter eggs and brightly colored things came to mind. And instead of just getting, gray, a big chunk of gray clay, I got the whole rainbow assortment, paid an extra $8 and got the rainbow assortment.
Really?
So I can make it all pretty. I can make little models. M&Ms. Lunar can 3D print you one.
Remember I was talking about 3D printing, and that's why I got all interested, because I was watching him do that stuff.
I would love to have someone 3D print one. The problem is cost. Is I know what that person's time is worth. Whether it be Lunar or someone else. We were talking to who were we talking to who has the car? There's several people that we know who do machining and 3D printing and stuff like that, and I know what their time is worth, and I can't afford it. I don't think I can. But we'll see. If I make the part and it's the right shape and everything, but it leaks or whatever, maybe I'll have an example and I can send it to them and they can just duplicate it in a one-piece sort of thing. We'll see. Make it out of melted aluminum cans.
Oh man, have you ever melted aluminum cans? It takes a lot of cans. They're only 4,000 thick.
I mean, we have a bunch of old aluminum castings that we could melt down. I got a bell housing, and I've got all the aluminum that came from this riser and everything. But don't underestimate how much work that really is. It's a lot.
I did sand castings in junior high school in shop class.
Did you?
But it's a long time since then, and my memory from a long time ago is actually pretty good. I could probably figure out how to do it, but the bad thing is you gotta have molten aluminum, and it's easy to hurt yourself with that stuff.
Messing with molten aluminum is not so.
Yeah, a big pot full of the instructor I had, junior high school teacher. We made our molds and everything, sand and had everything ready, and then out of the room. He didn't want anybody in there while he was doing it.
Yeah.
Because he says because the sand is a little bit moist, because you get too much moisture in that sand, it'll boil and the whole thing blows apart. He goes, I don't want anybody in here when that happens.
I mean, it's easy to say, well, just do this or that. It's like, well, yeah, there's a bunch of time and energy invested in trying to do it, and we're not set up to do that. So we'd have to put together the setup. And does it have a practical application for us to do it in the future? For a one-off thing, I don't know. If we were going to make a bunch of them, absolutely. Use balsa wood and shape it as a prototype. Maybe.
Balsa wood with foam. I'm a big
Stray Bullet did some sand casting in high school. Still have a utility knife and hacksaw that I made. They work good.
See, that's pretty cool.
Awesome. I wish I was not so separated from that kind of training. Right now, I have not touched anything like that in so long.
I made my father a big ashtray, aluminum ashtray, 3D looking thing. And I had a plastic one, and the instructor says, "Oh, that thing's really complicated." But I made the sand mold. He poured it, and it came out really good. So then, but my father had quit smoking by then, so he had that thing on his desk forever, and he had all kind of paper clips and pens and stuff in it.
Yeah, we could pour it out of lead or something like that
Lead.
too, but I just, tin. Isn't there a tin? No, zinc. There's a zinc plant up in.
Oh, zinc plant up here, yeah.
If we made molds, we could take it up to the zinc plant and have them
geez.
pour it.
We poured our own molds. The teacher couldn't have cared any less, really.
Wow.
Sand casting, I assume.
I mean, we could pour it in zinc. Yeah, it would be shoddy, but it would work.
Yeah, you're right. Sand casting. People today would flip with what we were allowed to make. 8th grade metal shop. They had a mold of the Playboy Bunny. That was my choice. Stray bullet, cast iron. No, I never did any cast iron.
Cast iron is
That's
pretty
hot.
high temperature.
Yeah, it's hot stuff.
And it's heavy. There's really no benefit to doing it with cast iron.
Well,
when you're mass producing something, maybe, but
that ashtray I made for my father, it was cast aluminum, so it had this rough casting surface on it. And I took that thing and the whole top side of it, I sanded it, and finer sandpaper, polished it. So the top of it was polished when I gave it to him. I don't think he had any idea how much work that was. The polishing was more work than the casting was, but it was a great project because I did it. 38 Racing. Hey Ray, how you doing? Good evening.
Welcome to the stream, Ray. Happy Easter to you. You can make the manifold out of cast iron. Yeah, maybe. I don't. That's not my first choice because heating up enough cast iron to cast that is going to be a lot of heat. In Pakistan, they pour metal wearing open-toed shoes. I think most of us have seen that. Yes, indeed, they do. They only show you the people who have survived who are still doing it. But yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
Safety? We don't need no safety.
Yeah.
So we've gone overboard with it, and other places never had it. So
I'm going to use some type of reinforced epoxy. I don't know what I'm going to reinforce it with yet. What do you think I should? What will make it stronger if I reinforce epoxy with? I could use fiberglass, right?
Well, anything that's fibrous. Hey, John Cope's here.
It's got to be something that's resistant to heat.
Earlier today, I was watching him.
Hey, John, welcome.
I was watching you build a what is that thing? That overdrive transmission that you thought it was a 37 and it's a 38, maybe something like that. So I was watching that, and it's a really interesting video. Olive's here. Hello, how you doing? Who else is here?
Ray says Dad used to make club license plates. I have the equipment, not the knowledge. That would be cool. I would love to be able to make license plate.
Yeah, 48. Oh, that's what it is. 48. Yeah, you thought it was a 47 and it was a 48.
That's what it. You know what? It needs to be carbon fiber. My choice is made.
Carbon fiber. Wait till you stick a piece of carbon fiber through your finger. You'll wish you never saw this stuff. We just chop it up. Any kind of fibers will work.
I'm gonna use something that looks like carbon fiber, but not strong like carbon fiber, just so it looks cool. But I don't want to do the work.
That'll be a hard.
Because isn't it really near impossible to cut? Well, carbon fiber sucks.
Carbon fiber is it's not hard to cut. It's just hard to work with. It's hard to get it into a mold and get it to. It wants to be straight, and you got to make it not straight. And it's difficult. When you get really good with fiberglass, then move over to carbon fiber, and start practicing with that. But
Danny Boyd says I'll drive my truck barefoot. That reminds me. I watched a lot of YouTube today because it was holiday and I was just sitting around, and I think it was Freiberger was driving his Charger barefoot in a video today from a couple days ago. He was driving it barefoot.
I used to drive barefoot all the time.
Not even flip flops. He was driving barefoot. Man.
We had ham and cabbage for dinner. Man, that sounds good. What did we have? Oh, I had tomato and avocado.
Tomato and avocado.
It was okay.
Stray Bullet has a vintage club plate. That's awesome. Uh, let's see.
Ads.
In 75, our chorus class sang Mama's Got a Squeeze Box. Different times. Yeah, Johnny. That is different. uh, hmm. I remember seeing at the height of the dumb, they had kids in like a chorus line or dance reviews dancing to Gungan Style. And my response was, do they know what that means? And they didn't. They didn't know what that means. They figured it out like a couple days or a couple weeks later, and then suddenly you didn't hear the song anymore, and nobody was letting their kids listen to the song anymore. It was like, yep.
Squeeze box is an accordion.
Yeah, Squeezebox is an accordion. I don't know why that's a bad song.
I like really that song. Well, it's just kind of a double,
Double entendre. So, the puritanical types stopped all the Who songs. I don't know all the Who songs. Someone needs to buy David a good pair of shoes. I guess some people don't like shoes.
Think about driving barefoot.
That first year at No Name Nationals, I was walking around on the asphalt with no shoes, and they were like, "What is wrong with this?" Well, at least I'm not pregnant.
I was 20 years old. I had a brand new AMC Matador. This is 1974, so it was brand new. And I used to always drive around barefoot. And I was limber enough where I could, and the dash was far enough away. Real convenient place to put my left foot was up on the dash on the far left side. And you could see my toes. And there was some girl I liked, and she waved to me, and I just went like this with my toes. And she thought that was the funniest thing she ever saw. Got a lot of attention from her. Because I waved to her with my toes. Oh, man, I couldn't do that today if I had to. What's your talking age?
Oh, Gangnam Style. Gangnam means dog, I believe. I looked it up.
38 Racing. I just had an ad for DIY models. Cool radio engine kit.
That's cool. You getting one? You get 2 points for calling out your advertiser. Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Squeezebox was from the Who. I did not know that, Olive, just because I am not, there's just a narrow, I have a wide amount of music that I kind of like, but I really only know like specifics of a very narrow
There was a club I was going to back then. There was a local band that did that, and they did it really well because I remember hearing it a lot up at that place.
Walking barefoot in gravel is an acquired talent. It absolutely is, Danny Boyd. I can walk barefoot on most terrain, but my feet are kind of numb now, so I think that it doesn't count as much. But when I was younger, I would walk everywhere barefoot. We were poor. We didn't have shoes. Mama M3 had an Applebee's commercial. We did have shoes. We just didn't always wear them. I never cut grass barefoot, though. No, absolutely. You should always wear the toughest shoes you have so that when you cut your toes off.
Yeah, I remember being in summer after 6th grade in South Dakota, running around always bare feet. And I went to the pool one time, only I went a different way, and there was a big blacktop parking lot they'd repaved. And I walked across that blacktop parking lot, and I was so happy to get off that thing. I was burning my feet by the time I got to the other side. It was sticky, and it was hot. Not fun.
When I was younger, I don't know, I'm probably about 12 years old, right? We had to mow our yard and both my grandparents' yards. And we didn't have a weed whacker to speak of. So we would mow some pretty steep parts with the mower. And one day I remember I was lowering the mower down and picking it up, and I lost my feet. And my whole body went under the mower. It was geez. My whole body, like I slid. But luckily, I threw the mower this way as I was going up, but I went completely under the mower. And I learned, I was like, oh my God.
I'm glad you threw the mower.
Yeah, I had nightmares for a long time.
Ivor, good evening. I just subscribed a week or two ago. Love the videos. Well, thank you very much for the sub, and thanks for coming by for the live. We do kind of impromptu lives in the shop here once or twice a week, and then Tuesday nights we do one at 7 Central. That's in what we call the studio. It used to be our living room, but now it's a studio. And we get green screen behind us, so we show pictures of everybody's cars and their shops or themselves or whatever. So, yeah, if you want to stop by Tuesday night at 7 Central, we have a pretty good show there. We're not just sitting here talking like now. This is the shop kind
and we
of thing.
started a new project yesterday on the live, and we have a video coming out about it.
Do you want to? Your camera got broken. Kim did something.
I don't think it's all the way broken. It might.
You
work.
Want to try it?
Well,
I mean, we're doing. We're not. That'll be a good project for during the live. You want to try it?
Check the camera out. Okay.
Yeah, let's check the camera out.
So, but we do have long form content coming about this project. So I apologize. It's a little bit out of order. I never finished the video series on your car.
My car's still got more work.
Well,
we don't finish one and start another one. There's going to be some overlap,
but it's hard to make videos that way. You kind of need to make a video with a beginning, a middle, and an end. But the reason I didn't make the video of your car getting pulled out and drove away is I didn't do an outro. I have to have you record an outro.
The only place.
And I was going to do that, but then we started this, and then I have a full intro, middle, and outro for this video, so you're going to see the video on this.
The only place they do that stuff where you see a car right from the beginning to the end, and they build the whole thing in 38 minutes is on TV. Okay? The reality is, people start and work on one thing, work on another thing, and then their car breaks, and they got to bring their car in, and then they got to do something else. It's just that's how it is.
Yeah, it's tough.
A fuel attendant. Hey, how you doing? Fuel attendant.
Well, welcome, new people. Glad you're here. Happy holiday.
We are
spring Easter holiday.
We are going to show you. Maybe we're checking out a camera. See how, because the camera got tipped over, so we're going to see if it works.
It dropped really hard yesterday.
So we're going to see if it was on a tripod that got flipped over while Kim was doing something else and it got away. So she's going to hook it up and try to point it at the current project, the beginning, beginning of the.
It came on. That's a good sign.
It came on.
That's a good sign. Started everything, I suppose. Would you see if you can get the cat to come on?
And I was watching somebody else, and they said, "Oh, this is the cat." I knew exactly what they were talking about. I got to get this sharp stuff out of the way because there's something I don't want to cut this. Okay. Oh, the cat isn't the cat anymore. It's something else.
It's the cat over there. If you don't see cat, then it's not there. You're in the wrong scene.
Yeah. There's the cat. I clicked on it. Now what?
Click deactivate.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Now deactivate and then activate.
Give it a little
And then what? Go to scene 3? I don't know what scene to go because you changed the name over there.
One of the other ones other than.
I think you changed it to. No.
Try to.
It's blank.
Okay. Let me see. Not working.
We're still here. We're just trying to make a camera work that's not working well, or may not work at all. El Gato. Yeah, El Gato, the cat. It is. That's exactly what it is. Ooh, it made a beeping noise. Just goes blank.
Deactivate it again. No, that's just scenes. You gotta go to the Del Gato.
I'm trying to find it.
The cat.
It's a mystery. No work. Doesn't work. We lost our camera. That's Koshka. Koshka. It's not Dash, it's Eta Koshka. This is a cat, Eta, or just Koshka. Or if it's a little baby, like a kitten, it's Cationic. Cationic. I used to have a license plate on my... Okay, so now we're trying. We're trying. I know we've got blackness on the screen, but we're trying. Oh. Kim's fiddling around with a bunch of wires. Oh, we still have the audio. Oh, it works. Kim, what are you doing? I thought you were going to pull your shirt up.
That's extra.
Yeah, the lens cover, the thing that's the shade. You know what this is?
Let me see.
Oh, I can't. Back on. Well, I was going to show him what it was, but he took it away from me. Yeah, the lens covers the. It was the sunshade thing is what fractured.
That was a $200 lens. It's still working.
Yeah, we stripped the whole thing. Oh, you missed that. What were you here? Because Kim did it last night and videoed it. Videoed some of it. Yeah, she was by herself and took the body off. And then tonight, just before we went live, we took the skid steer and we dragged it out. Okay, yeah, turn that towards me. Okay, there we go.
Should I turn in all my points, Kim? Oh, no. They're not those kinds of points.
Oh, I see. Now I get it.
I gotta watch what I say. I say things and then...
Yeah, the camera works great. So there it is. It's got 3 wheels and a block under it. She could put the other wheel on because she couldn't find the lug nuts, but I found the lug nuts here. But then we went live, so we never put the wheel on.
It's moving a little bit.
Camera works great. Yeah, it does. It's just missing a sunshade, but it works okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Paul says I've been multitasking or sleeping weird, mostly just lately. Yeah, I had a rough couple of days. I don't know.
Not much frame to work with. More than enough. It's a very light duty car.
Yeah, the frame. It's one of like the old Chevys where the frame kind of goes down the middle of the car. The Chevy's actually an X. This is almost an X, but
I mean it's got a cross between the two.
We're gonna fix that. What happened to the body? We dragged it outside.
Just sitting outside.
Just before the live. Just before the live. Kim had it leaning on the wall. We set it on the ground, hooked a strap to it, and just dragged it out where it's away from everything.
If you mean specifically it's outside. If you mean in general, it rusted.
Oh man! If you look on my posts, there's a section in there they used to call community. Now they call it post. I wish they would have left the community. But anyway, if you look at I posted a couple of pictures, and
you communityed a couple of pictures.
And they're one is just this frame sitting there, and the other one is the body sitting on its side. And man, you can really see the rust, or you can see what was at one time. Oh man, I'm going to show some of those pictures on Tuesday night because you got some close-ups of some of that rusted area, and it's bad. It's like worse than I expected.
I mean, most of the rest of the frame, though, the frame is still here.
Frame's all there. There's a couple of spots need a little repair, but
most of them are up in the front rails, though, and they're very serviceable.
Kim, can I move or maybe you want to do it? Move the camera so forward and down a little bit so I can see how that frame looks, because right now it doesn't look. You can't really see what it looks like. Well, Steve Edwards is here.
We'd have to move the car up some.
I've been sick kind of the last 4 days. You'll see it. Yeah, I noticed you sounded terrible. Well, not terrible, but you sounded like you had a cold or something. Yeah, you were sick on your videos. I noticed that. Where's the rest of the frame? Is the body the rest of the structure? Yep, the body's the rest of the structure. You can see it's kind of like a 59 Chevy where it's an X, and there are connectors there, but it goes down the center. But we're going to add some... I need some structure out at the edges to do this body, so we'll be adding to that frame some. Olive says, "Do you like Morgans?" They're all right. No, I'm thinking about something that's more like late 50s, early 60s Chrysler. Some little fins on the back and some canted headlights and some, I don't know, like something that comes from my era. Put a neon on there. Neon? No. I actually saw an Omni Horizon going down the road last night. Really? I had an Omni way back when they were still in production. I had a 79 Dodge Omni. Was only had a few miles. Only had a few miles on it when I got it. It was, what a nice car that thing was. But yeah, that was a while ago. I got that 79 Omni. It's like an 80 or maybe 81. Steve says, I fixed 2 radios during my sickness, though. Yeah, I was watching you fix one. Well, there was one. You got it to, oh, here we go with noise. Man, why is it so tough? You have that wrench turned down, or are you like wailing on it? Okay, now it's on 4 wheels. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some of that. I'll probably take some leaves out of that spring in the back because that body we put on there is gonna be really light. There's like way too much positive camber back there. Yeah, 024 and TC3. I remember those things. Mine was a little 4-door Omni. It looked kind of like the same shape as a rabbit, but it's a little 4-door Omni, and mine had a 1.7 Volkswagen engine in it. It was one of the early ones. The engine was Volkswagen, but everything external was Chrysler. You had not to be confused with Confisted. You had not to be confused with EXP or LN7. I didn't like all those names. It's like Mercury with their stupid sevens, LN7 and Z7, and I don't know what's the deal with Mercury and sevens. I didn't get it. They had such good names in the 50s. Then they went to all that stupidity. Same thing with Lincolns. Lincolns had really good names, and then they went to LN's. What were they? No, they were MK, NKZ, and MKX, and all this. I don't know what they were doing. I think they were trying to act European, and they missed both sides of it. Yeah, XR7. There's another one. Yeah, I had a '67 Cougar, but mine was not an XR7. Mine was just a Cougar. Yeah, Mark 7. That was a Lincoln. I like the Cougar XR7. I mean, there were some neat cars, but I just didn't understand their thing with sevens. I didn't know what the 7 was all about. Whoever was naming Mercury seemed to have a thing about sevens. What is that? Oh, sit here looking at the picture on the screen. It looks like something sticking out of the left side brake, some shiny thing, and I turn around and it's the shifter. It's just lined up with where that is. You put the shifter back on it.
I just set it there.
Well, that's good. So now we know where it has to be. Wow, there's like mouse nests there. There's some fuzz, like something built a nest there.
Yeah, there's fuzz.
Oh, it rolls. Last thing I knew, when we brought it over here, it didn't want to roll. Because we brought it over here, the brakes were stuck.
Yeah, it's not so stuck.
To a mini C-cab truck. I don't know. I've got an idea what I want to do. I don't know if anybody else will like it, but maybe.
It's not for everyone else.
It's something I've kind of wanted to do. Kind of had it in mind for a while. It's yeah. That's when you know the frame's dirty, when you got to sweep it off.
What is?
Hey Jay, what it's like?
I wanted to pressure wash it today, but I just wasn't feeling up to it.
Yeah, we got to drag it over. We don't have any water here, so we're gonna have to drag it over by the house and
Or buy a bunch of hoses.
yeah. Oh, easy to bend, do aluminum. Yeah, it's gonna be 2024 T3 aircraft aluminum because I got rolls of it around here, and I'll probably never build another airplane. And I got a shear and a brake and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be aluminum.
That's always his plan. That's good. That's good.
What Carafano says, I wouldn't mind a 7-liter Galaxy. I remember when those came out in 1966. Actually, it was late 65 as a 66 model. And, Americans didn't know anything about liters, So there was a car guy on, some salesman on TV.
You can put it all on you because I'm sitting here.
You're working okay. I'll switch it over.
They won't even be able to see me.
Okay, so we're back to me. I don't know if they want to see me. I don't know. Maybe they did want to see it.
But you can't see me. You'd have to turn the camera. And I don't feel like getting up again this second.
Okay, so anyway, the salesman had a 7-liter Galaxy sitting there, and he was calling it a 7 Litra. What an idiot. Because he didn't know what a liter was. I remember another car salesman on TV doing that too. He's calling it a car with it's when they started doing vinyl roofs, and he said it had a vinyl roof. Vinyl. You didn't know what vinyl was. I'm going to put it back to you. I think everybody wants. Who wants to see Kim?
Turn the camera a little bit so they can see what I'm doing.
Okay,
but all I'm doing is going through the dirt. 1
liter, it's 60.5. Is it 60.5? I always figured it was 61. It was pretty close, but it might be 60.5. It's like a camera. Oh, it's behind me. I walked right in front of it. I'm sorry.
Where's the camera?
Well, I was looking at the light where you usually have it. You have it a little different spot. Okay, there. Now they can see you. There's a chair in the way. Move the chair. Fold up the chair. Now you can see Kim's got a big pile of dirt there, and she's picking up parts that came out of it.
Here's the engine mounts, or not the engine mounts, the body pucks. That's what it was.
Man, I asked her if there were rubber mounts between the body and the frame. This is what there was. There's just some kind of material. Geez, not much cushion there. In fact, I think that's some kind of composite stuff, compressed crap.
I mean, it's pretty old. I wonder where this car spent its life.
Oh, this thing got in some salt. This thing is really rusty.
Well, I mean, I've seen worse for the age that it is.
Well, it was sitting around for at least 10 years in some guy's garage, 15, but 15. Okay,
and when he got it, it obviously had been sitting because they had the auxiliary fuel tank in the trunk already. It was already not running when they got it.
You're lucky that gas tank didn't fall through the trunk onto the ground.
It's a long time.
Well, stick pushing's because it's a race car. It says stray bullet. Could be. Yeah, Space Cat says 61 cubes per liter. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it was. I always figured it's 61 when I'm figuring engine sizes, but it's not that exact, So.
Is it made of vinyl?
So it's I'd have to. I'm sure there's somebody will. If Dean Stevenson was on here, he'd have it out to the 10th decimal point.
There's more rust than there was call.
We got ads on again.
Pile of rust is heavier than the car.
Yeah, and Jay says Happy Easter, everybody.
Chemical lightning. Welcome to the stream. Happy Easter. Or other various pagan and spring induced holidays.
I've got some kind of left hand's giving me some trouble. Not as bad as yesterday. Today's way better. I was in bad shape yesterday.
Yeah, we gave him the day off.
She gave me the day off, and then she came up here and pulled the body off the frame by herself. Olive says, "Oh, for those celebrating, I hope Bunny Day was good."
Right.
What did you say? We didn't have a bunny out there. We had an armadillo.
There was an armadillo. It scared the living heck out of me. I was out getting the skid loader out of the pool, which sounds silly, but that's exactly what I was doing.
She was getting the skid loader out of the pool.
I left it in the pool.
Well,
and
you got to remember.
Noise, and it sounded like somebody was walking around the pool. And I was like, who's out here? Who is that? And they were making a lot of noise, and it was an armadillo. It scared me so bad.
I've never seen an armadillo here. We have an armadillo here.
It was an armadillo.
What do armadillos eat?
I don't know, but he lives over by the swimming pool. I think they're omnivores.
Well, we call it the swimming pool because it was a swimming pool at one time. It's on a hill, and it's above ground pool, but only one side was above ground because the other side, it's on a hill.
Sort of still is.
And then there was like a deck around it, but it became a pond. And then I let all the water out of it, and we've been slowly tearing it apart because we could use that area for something else. So that's why she says in the pool. It's not really a pool. I was
cleaning out the pool with the skid loader, and it ran out of gas on us.
So
because it was getting late. It's a noisy skid loader.
No, so it was an above ground pool, and now it's a flat spot with part of a deck around it. And the deck is wood and piece of junk, so it's all coming down.
It's coming down.
Okay, 61.024 per liter. Okay, so Space Cat figured it out.
Space Cat's giving us some that.
Oh, says the Easter armadillo is pretty cool.
Are you going to give him points for math? Or what?
And Luis Miguel Suarez Barrios is here.
Hey,
good evening.
Welcome to the stream, Luis.
Danny Boyd says armadillos carry. They carry. Like
they eat ticks. Oh, they can carry. What's that?
I know they're not. They're not the safest animal to be around because they're.
Oh, they can carry the black plague or some crazy thing.
Well, it's like the.
But they're good animals.
Well, one of the animals I'm not afraid of at all that everybody's afraid of. What do the animals come up on the porch and eat?
Raccoons?
No.
No?
The other one that comes up there and eats.
Possum?
Possums. There's actually opossums.
Opossums.
They are, their body temperature's low enough that they don't carry a lot of diseases that humans would get. Armadillos can carry leprosy.
Leprosy, that's it. You get 2 points for knowing leprosy.
But they don't bite many things. Yeah, I've heard that if you guys that, there's channels on YouTube where people go and hunt all kinds of things. And they hunt armadillos and eat them, and they weren't very good. And then they were concerned with if they didn't cook it real well, that it was still, they could still get it. Louis says, I'm watching Rugrats Go Wild. I saw that scene when the adults chasing Donnie Thornberry. That was so funny in this movie, just like Smokey and the Bandit Part 3. Steve Edwards, 427. 427 CID, like 7 liter. Armadillos. All of those leprosy can, but they're unlikely to transmit it.
Don't go swapping stuff.
Yeah, and 38 said possum. Yeah, you're right. Is that 2 points? Because he thought of it before I did. Yeah, they're actually possums and opossums. Opossums, 2 different things. And we call them possums, but they're actually opossums. And there are a lot of them around here. And they come up on the porch. And if I've got scraps of food or something, I put it outside. They clean it up.
They're chill. They're just looking for something.
And if they see me, they'll play possum. They'll open their mouth up and hiss and drool and everything, and then they just play dead. And I just leave them alone.
Because they're scared. All right.
Space Cat says, anyhow, you guys need any certain hand tools? I might have some to donate. Really? We have a ton of hand tools, but
we got the tools. I don't know that we ever need any. If you can find something that we don't already have, that'll be impressive. That'll be impressive. We got everything.
I bought hand tools my whole life and have a lot of them. Some of them got away from me. But.
Oh, Tom Anderson got a Polaris ATV commercial. You get points for that.
So Luis says, expect 1982 Pontiac Bonneville is chasing 1983 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, just like in the movie Smokey and the Bandit Part 3.
Nice.
Also, opossums are cool. They're pretty clean and generally helpful. Yeah, they eat. They'll come up we got a glass door in the back of the house, and they'll eat about as far as they can reach. They eat all the bugs off that glass.
Can you put it back door. To where I'm not?
So you're in a different location.
So they're looking at me, not the side of me.
Well, we got to fix this now. There.
Happy Easter for everyone. Thank you, Luis.
Tom Anderson, happy Easter, Buff and Kim, and everybody else. And a Polaris ATV commercial for me. Okay, I don't know if you caught that already.
I got him.
Okay, and John Cope saying, what kind of car is that? It's a.
It was a Triumph Spitfire, 1971 by the title.
Oh yeah, and Danny Boyd already answered him. Yeah, and John, my plan is to build a aluminum body for that. Just I've got lots of rolls of aircraft aluminum around here, and I've kind of wanted to do that for a long time, so I'll probably do it.
I think that it's really difficult to get the rear hubs off this car.
Or they're the pressed on. What's it got, a nut with a tapered axle or what?
Yeah.
Oh, like an old AMC. Yeah, there's a puller. You need a puller to do that. Puller. So there's a hand tool we need. A puller to get rear hubs off rear axles. Okay. I'm going to go look at something. I'll be right back. I don't know if I'll need it.
Danny Boyd said I had to install wood skirting around my lawn mower storage box because possums kept crawling under there to die. To die? Why would they want to die under there? Olive says we help the possums here. They eat bugs and we live in the woods. Yeah, we don't try and do anything to bother the possums. And the armadillo don't bother me. I didn't know what it was, and he was really making a racket, like really loud, like a person would, like stomp, stomp, stomp. And I think he was trying to scare me away by being really loud. And he did. He scared the heck out of me, but I was doing something. You don't see him in the daytime usually. Shifty the possum made friends with my kitty cat. So was on staff here. There you go. Yeah, I mean, we need these animals, right? Although they eat my garden. Last year they devoured my garden. They ate all my tomatoes and all my zucchini before they were even ready.
38 Racing says, Buff, I have that puller. Did a short about it a while ago. I just that's what I looked at. It's a tapered axle with a nut on it.
What are we going to do about that?
We're going to get a puller, make a puller, or do something. You got to press in the middle and pull on the.
I got like a steering wheel puller. That's not going to be strong enough.
That's not big enough. I used to have a really good puller set, and I lent it to a guy. And the night I lent it to him, the next day I went back over there. And so he quit. Last night was last night. So that bum borrowed my big snap-on puller set and moved away. That was back. That was many years ago.
Don't the auto parts stores rent that kind of
stuff?
I
bet you. They probably just you pay for it when you bring it back. They refund it. Yeah.
Maybe I'll work on the front brakes then. Because I don't.
We do have to make this thing so it rolls and has brakes. So
it would be nice.
So there's some things we need to do.
We probably should just order the new parts. I'm sure the stuff that's in there is no good. 15 years. They're not gonna. They're not.
What?
The wheel cylinders for those drum brakes.
Probably not.
Or wait, no. Wait. These aren't drum brakes on the front. This is disc brakes on the front.
Well, they're probably still not good.
Well, yeah, but maybe I can free it up.
You're good with that kind of stuff. 38 Racing, do I need to send it to you? You know, I think we can go up to AutoZone or somewhere and just, they have all the tools you can
for the
borrow.
price of shipping it back
anyway.
and forth. Yeah, thank you. But for the price of shipping it back and forth, the AutoZone's not that far away from us. We go up that way a lot.
Could be long. So you're going to sell the Triumph body or are you going to scrap it? It scrapped itself.
Yeah.
There's holes this big that are rust. And right down at the bottom where all the pinch weld and all that, it's just gone. You know, if you were going to redo that.
And see, the places where it's not gone, it's wrapped in tin and covered in Bondo. Because somebody did fix it up and then it rusted out again. And once it's rusted out the second time, it's if it was a very valuable, rare and valuable car, that would be different. But it's just a Spitfire. It's not it's an early one with a little motor. They're not very.
It's so gone. I mean, that body is.
Yeah. If you were going to build one, you would want to start with more. But the motor runs really well. It's complete. It starts and runs. And as far as we know, the transmission is okay.
If that body were good, we would have fixed it, not taken it off.
I could just pick it up in September. Let us check, Ray, with the AutoZone.
Hey, the last thing you lent me, I lost it, so I still haven't.
You didn't lose it. It's just misplaced.
It's just misplaced.
I'm sorry. We have a large hoard here, and it is.
That was a.
I'm sure
it was the result. It was the result of a stressful day.
Yeah, that was a really rough ride.
Some jackass attacked me with his car.
Someone might like a few small parts from the body. Absolutely. Yeah, we don't throw anything away. It's just gonna go in a pile somewhere in the back with parts from the Ranger and parts from the Spitfire or the Crossfire and parts from the 93 Dodge 4x4 pickup truck. I mean, we'll use, like, if we need a piece of metal, we'll cut a piece off of it. I'd like to make some stamping things and stamp out some things that say like Buff and Kim or Turbo del Campo or something like that to give as giveaways for people for points that they collect. Things like mementos that people like. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, he found something cool off of.
I found something I wanted to clean up. I said I was going to clean it up in the next live, and I just remembered.
Did you find the soap?
It's down here. Yes.
Okay, he's got the soap.
I just don't have my ass planted real well yet.
Oh, don't fall on the floor.
Okay, I need the paper towels.
Yeah. Traumatic event. Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Oh man.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, whatever.
Make a super low Triumph. No, it's not going to be a Triumph at all. It'll be the Triumph drivetrain, but it's going to be a body swap, custom body.
It'll be
non-Triumph. It'll be its own.
It'll be a little sports car.
It'll be its own.
It'll be a low to the ground little sports car. Oh, that stuff's wiping off.
Oh, good.
I don't know what it was. Some kind of
dirt.
Some kind of filth.
That's one of the few things on that car that didn't get burnt.
It's one of the first. Oh, look what came off. Blackness.
Okay.
You see what this is?
Bored to a crisp.
This is the thing Kim calls the lost fire because it was lost in a fire. But I figure that's a decoration for the shop now. Project needs a name, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Name it after an airplane.
I kind of got an idea what I'm doing there. I just don't want. You know what I've learned is when I'm starting a new project, if I make a bunch of promises, man, if I set myself up for failure, you know, I'm gonna do what I can do, and it'll have a name eventually. It's like
You're not gonna name it, huh?
Well, I hate to. Like, I'm gonna do this, we're gonna build a rocket and go to the moon. And then when, I build a big fire out in the backyard instead, you know, then I can't say, well, it was supposed
That's what everybody does.
Then I
They tell you all the things
then
they're
I
going to do.
then I can't say, hey, I was just making a fire in the backyard. I don't have to say, well, I failed going to the moon, Well, the same thing with building a car. You gotta have a little room for for things that don't work perfectly.
What he's saying is he wants to reserve the right to
fail. Oh, what are you gonna? You're taking more wheels off? You just put wheels on.
I told you I'm going to take one of these cameras off and see if it's for
Oh, right now.
Well, that's what we do when we're in the shop. If we just wanted to talk to people, we'd do it in the studio. Why would you come out here in this filthy old garage? Got to get some work done. Doing it. I got to get this put together so you can start building.
Well, the worst thing about that car is cleaning it up. We got to clean it up and put some Project Buff spit. No, I don't know if that would be good. So,
Buffington.
And that thing is filthy. Yeah. No, I mean the thing I just had in my hand. Now my hands are all black.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh, look at the rotor! Look at the rotor!
It's lovely. It's perfect.
Ruffles have ridges.
I'm gonna run that.
The ruffles have ridges. That rotor is
Look at the size of that spider.
Is it alive? No, it's
dead.
It is. It's alive. You got a living spider in there. He liked those ruffles. You got to see this. I got to turn the camera so you can see this. Or turn the other camera back on. Oh, let's see. She has this thing going. Let's see how much cord I have. You see that? Oh, you really can't see the detail on that rotor. It's got ridges. It's got ridges from bad pads that are probably an 1/8 inch deep.
No,
they're fine. Yeah, the pads will wear in. Then you'll have more surface, right?
I mean, it's fine.
I know a guy that had a patent on a brake, and the rotor was like this, so in the same diameter you could get more surface. But it was a brake for some kind of a lathe or something.
The spider does not like this. He says, "Leave my."
Kim's gonna use power tools during the live. Yeah, ruffles have ridges. That's how they say.
There's lots of power tools. This is nothing new. You're new here, aren't you? Always using power tools. Let's think. Boy, it's so much easier. I remember back in the day how much I would have to fight with something like this. Just fight. I get that impact driver in there, and bam, it's a part. It's just a part. It's so much easier. I'm talking like
I got my feet tangled.
30 years ago, I would have been fighting this something terrible. Oh, this is a dual. It's got
the the caliper has a piston on both sides.
Both sides. That's wild.
Is that what Garfano says? Is that a rotor or a record? For those of you that remember records, that's a thing that a needle goes in, it turns, and it plays music.
They know what records.
I saw one. Oh, who did it? If somebody had a record player, and you set the record on the table, and it looked like there was a thing that looked like a Volkswagen bus, had a needle on it, and you turn it on, the wheels turn, and you set it on the record, and the Volkswagen bus drives around the record like this, and it plays music. So the record doesn't turn. The little Volkswagen bus drives around on the record. I thought that was hilarious. Call the car Ruffles. Ruffles. Oh, look at that. Nice little caliper, except it's got twice as many possibilities for corrosion because it's 2 pistons. When I was a kid, we built coasters, you know, this roll down hills and sit on. I had a friend that had one, and maybe, I'm trying to think, maybe it was mine. Had a handle on it, and you pulled the handle. There was a nail through the handle, and that dragged on the ground. And that was my brake. Of course, you know, that wasn't real good. And then that was mine. My friend had one, and his father helped him build it, and the whole floor, the floor had a tire mounted to it somehow that had been stretched out lengthwise, an old tire, but it was a hinge up front, and both people sitting in it would push down on the floor. And I guess there's a spring to pull it back up, because you push down on it, that tire would drag on the ground. It was somewhat effective. What you doing? You gonna pull the rotor off? Or are you just trying to kill the arachnids?
Yes, I'm gonna kill them.
Oh, there's some kind of, what is that came out of there? Ooh. It's a nest or a dead bird or something?
Probably that too. There's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a whole habitat, ecosystem going on.
There's a whole ecosystem in that rotor.
Everyone's got them. Ecosystem.
Oh, there's a spider running around. I think you stepped on it accidentally.
Oops.
You
Accidentally
got him.
Feel bad, but also don't feel bad. What is this, like trunnions or something?
Trunnion? Oh. No, it's got a ball joint top and bottom.
No, that's not
Sure it is.
bottom.
What the heck? Well, how's it steer?
Trunnion.
It is a trunnion at the bottom. Oh, with a ball joint. Oh, that's weird. It's like a combination of the two.
Pretty well, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's like bi-directional trunnions down there at the bottom. I didn't know how that worked. Yeah, I thought that was a ball joint. Instead of being a trunnion at the top and bottom with a big kingpin, it's like a trunnion, like going both directions at the top and both directions at the bottom. So it kind of operates, kind of looks like a ball joint, but it isn't. It's two different things. British weirdness. Oh, Dean Stevenson's here. Good evening. Z7 is a cool name. Z7 is. Well, I'll ask Mexican Spec to back me up. Mrs. One-Eyed Cat's here. Mama M3, don't kill the spider.
This one-eyed cat is doing laundry.
Well, you know what happened. The spider dropped on the floor. Kim tried to scoot out of the way in a hurry, and when she did that, she got him. I don't think that was on purpose. I think it just.
I mean, sometimes you just got
She just got him.
They've had some time to think about rehoming themselves, and the eviction notice came. The pressure washer is going to do the eviction if I don't have to do it tonight. So.
Remember that spider we got a long time ago, and I took him outside?
Yeah.
You were all afraid of him?
Maybe.
Mama M3 got a Harbor Freight commercial. Man, I wish Harbor Freight was still here. I miss the place.
Yeah.
Dean Stevenson, 2K2S ad and an HVAC ad.
HVAC ad? HVAC isn't it?
That isn't a company. What are you doing? What are you poking at, Kim? You pulled something out of the computer. I think we're
trying
still
to
live.
mobilize the cat.
Oh, you're trying to make the cat more
mobile.
More mobile.
Yeah.
Twisted Mopar Garage here. Hello, good evening.
Welcome to the stream. Happy holiday. Glad you could make it. We are here doing our little thing that we do sometimes, mostly, a lot of time, sometimes.
What is in that box? It's a new box over here. I remember seeing this, but I don't know what's in it. I bet it's something I want.
What is?
I don't know.
A new box of stuff.
It's a box that looks like it's
got something and you don't know.
Looks like it would have good stuff in it because it's in good condition.
Got something and you don't know what it is.
What is that weird smell, Kim?
I don't know. It smells like some that spray that we use. Power lube.
Doesn't smell like power lube to me. It smells real weird. Ding ding. What'd you do?
Okay, what is it? Oh, that's parts to the camera.
Camera parts.
One of the cameras.
Okay, so this
Let's see if we can get the. I'm gonna see.
You're gonna mess with the cameras?
Hold on a minute. Oh, is it already on? I'm gonna see if that's real.
Oh, or if it's just a.
It'll come on now.
Okay, is that real? It looks like it is. It's bumping around a little bit. Put your hand in front of it. See if it's.
That's real.
Oh, it just zoomed out a bunch. Yeah. It's seeing something sticking out. I don't know what you got in your hand, but it's. Okay, yeah. Well, at least we know it's not just like a former picture that's still hanging out. It's real. What is this?
See the big beetle?
Wow, Dean Stevenson, you got a 65 Mercury Marauder? That's quite a car. Oh, it says that radiator looks like it might have big holes. That radiator's really weird. It's got, you see it's, well, you can't see it now. It's what's called a continuous fin. It's where the fins don't go zigzag between tubes. They go all the way across, and then the tubes go down between them. Can I turn this a little bit for a second?
Yeah. Just don't drop it down. Just spin it. Just here. Spin. Look, it's got a spin.
Okay, the radiator has the fins go all the way across instead of zigzagging between. See, we're gonna have a radiator lesson now. I gotta go get another radiator. I gotta walk over here for a minute. Try to find a radiator that's not super heavy that I can move around. Because a lot of these are really heavy because they're clogged up. See, the pants are falling down again. Why I have such problems with my pants falling down?
I don't know, Buffalo Campo wandered off and he's being weird now.
I need a cargo strap to put around my pants. I can just ratchet it up tighter all the time.
I helped import it. It was from Oregon. What happened to the rover? Is it real or is it Memorex? Almost fell off the computer chair. Ooh, that sounds scary. Where'd you go?
I'm over here getting something.
Okay.
But there's a lot of stuff in the way. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I can imagine. I want us to talk about radiators, people. Doesn't look as bad from here. We didn't pressure test it yet, but there's other leaks, obvious leaks in the system, so we knew it wouldn't hold water, so we didn't even try. But it seems complete. It's not all rotted. Oh, look, he's got multiple radiators.
Now I'm trying to see what we've got for. Can we get a close up of those two cores? The core.
Is that too close, or is that?
No, oh, that's good right there.
Okay. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Focus.
Yeah, only focus. Oh, there, that's good right
That's
there.
pretty good.
See what we've got here is this radiator has tubes that go vertical, just like this, and they got fins that go back and forth between them. That's called tube and center. Those work real well, but the disadvantage is when they pressurize and depressurize over years, they, let's see if I can get into this. Do I still have this camera? Yeah, when they pressurize and depressurize over years and years, they swell up and go back and swell up and go back, and the tubes start to break loose from the fins, and then you don't get the heat transfer between the tubes and the fins real well, and then a car runs hotter. These ones here, this is called a continuous fin, where the fins go all the way across, and the fins are punched, and they push the tube down between the fins. Well, that cannot expand and contract. In fact, where'd my camera go? Trying to stay on camera here, and I can't do it. Why is that?
It's like work doing all this camera stuff.
So when on a continuous fin, the tubes actually, when they start to swell up, they're flat like this. They start to swell up. They actually tighten themselves in there instead of loosening themselves. So a continuous fin core like that old Spitfire, those things last a long time as long as they're not clogged up. They usually hold up real well. Whereas the tube and center type do not last real long. And this is, of course, a lot of old, what is this? Dean Stevenson says, real and fake and Memorex, just words. So anyway, it looks like nobody really cares about it. So to me, all this construction on radiators is really interesting.
I didn't say nobody cares. I just said you would.
So I'll take the stupid thing away.
You're allowed to talk about it. That's what
I know, but I don't think I can get to.
I learned things too. But
I'm getting too far into the weeds.
Yeah, I don't know if the Easter crowd is here to talk about.
Getting that far into the weeds.
With radiators. Yeah, not today. Maybe not today. That's okay.
Well, Kim, I don't know how to.
What? Turn the.
This thing?
Yeah, that'll zoom out.
Which thing?
The big one. Back towards the body of the camera. That one there. See, you're zooming out. Zooming out.
Yeah, but I want to focus.
Well, okay, there's two ways to focus. You can use the autofocus, which is with the button where your pointer finger is.
Right in the center?
Yep. If you hold that down, it'll autofocus. Oh, that'll take a picture too, but it did autofocus, see?
Okay.
That's pretty good. Or else the ring furthest out will do focus.
So it's focused. They are focused.
Focus, dude. Focus.
I'll bet that Buff will build a custom radiator for that car. I don't know. I want to build a body for it, and if it runs cool, I think I'll live with it, because we're not gonna drive this car from here to California or anything. Vintage says, I'm super interested in the radiator stuff. Young buck here likes to learn that kind of tech. You know, what's happened is almost everything's gone to aluminum. So, yeah, it's still the same kind of basic construction. But I should probably do some videos on radiators, because I'm really struggling with this, trying to get this camera where it can see me. So where the heck am I? Okay, further this way. So, man, we're moving cameras around.
Can you see? Yeah. But you know the thing I hate about this is it's all one color. Everything is this brown color. It sucks.
Everything is brown color, yeah, because it's old, dirty chassis. So maybe I should do some videos on radiators. Just, buddy, what's the difference between 2-core and 4-core? Those are actually terms that are not right. They're 2-row, 3-row, 4-row. The core is the whole thing, and the number of rows. And for some reason, people started calling them 2-core and 3-core. You know, there's only one core. It's just one row. A lot of them are single row now. 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4 row. Like that car I just bought, those original 6-cylinder Mercury Zephyrs, they had a single row. They were like this thick. That one now has a 4 row. It's 4 rows of tubes. I should do a video on all that stuff and show some.
It's just something that people started saying because it's sort of explained, but that just
But I should do.
More rows doesn't make it necessarily.
Oh, Luis is taking off. Okay, good night, Luis.
Thanks, Luis. Well, have a great night.
So I should really do a good video on that stuff, and maybe tear down a radiator or something. I started doing one on the heater core when we tore down the heater core, the bad heater core, when we took it out of the Zephyr. I took it apart. I think right here on a live. Didn't I do that on a live, or did I do that on a video, Kim?
I don't remember anymore.
Yeah. So. And that's a different kind of core. That's called a cellular core, which is like a block. It doesn't have actual tubes and fins. It's a cellular core.
A cellular core?
Cellular core. Now see, that grips that so well, that won't skid. But you're going to have trouble holding the caliper still. But, oh, okay, you won't like that. It moved, didn't it? Yeah, see how well that holds? It doesn't make any grip marks in it or anything. Stray Bullet says, I asked for radiator video several months ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, you probably did.
Sorry.
Happy Long says, hey, Buff, thanks for the lesson. I have a question. I don't know if you already answered this question. Are you going to put... Oh, we'll probably part that Triumph body out. It is so rusty. Like all the pinch welds down underneath are just missing. They're just so rusted out. That thing is a mess. And there might be some good parts on it, but nobody's going to want to use it. I mean, there's pieces and parts.
Do we have any way to make a lot of hydraulic pressure?
Not with brake fluid. Remember, I had that thing to do that hydraulic pump, but it's the wrong kind of oil. Because then it's made for hydraulic, for a Buna N, and this is brake fluid. At least I think this is brake fluid. Does anybody know what those Triumphs? I think they're brake fluid. I don't think they're. Well, some British cars had hydraulic fluid, but I think they were before this. Back in the days when they were. How many points for a Spitfire body? Well,
come on down to Clarksville, Tennessee, and we will make you a deal. Bring all your points.
Bring all your points.
And we will.
And your trailer. You're gonna need a way to transport it.
We can load you though. We'll have to load.
Dean Stevenson says Lockheed, which he writes Loghead, which is I think what it originally was. Lockheed brake fluid for all. Are they? They could be, which would be hydraulic fluid, which I have a can of 5606 up here. Where's my 5606? It's up there somewhere.
I don't know.
I've got like a gallon of 5606, which is aircraft brake fluid, which kind of looks like transmission fluid, so and it's Buna N type.
I'm thinking maybe I should make a bench thing for this.
A bench thing?
To push these pistons out of here.
I'm not sure what you mean.
I got to get these pistons out of these calipers. They're seized.
Oh, you need to push them out with the... Yeah, God, in the brake shop where I worked, we had a thing that was stainless, so you could put the... Like transmission guys have. They have a stainless table. This is like a stainless sink, small sink. You put the caliper in there, and then you hook it up and you pump a pump, and it'd push them out. But, man... Yeah, I forgot all about that tool. That's a pretty good tool.
Does anybody...
Stray Bullet says he had 1,152 points.
Nice, Stray Bullet.
I think he's cheating.
we're not going to call anybody a cheat, but I don't know if he's counting right. But can somebody go on like Rock Auto or any of the major auto parts stores and look up the front calipers for the 71 Spitfire and see how much these things are cost or are worth? Like, is this worth my time?
But Car Final says use air pressure. But see, once one piston comes out, then the other one won't.
Well, once one moves, I'll put a C-clamp on the other, and then it will be fine.
38 Racing says a teardown table. This is more like a teardown sink, yeah. Dean Stevenson's, what's he say? Oh, 38 Racing says, have Rick's Rusty Rex advertised the Spitfire body?
Rick's Rusty Rex, that's right.
He must have seen that thing. He was here. And I know it was here because we've had that thing. We've had that thing for a year or more.
He didn't do an advertisement with the Spitfire.
No, but he should have.
I think it was over on the other side of the yard.
Dean says RCI's recycled GRP. Nothing else gets sold for free. Hippie Long Buff. I was looking at Clarksville Marketplace. There's a Maverick drag car in there for $2,600.
There sure is.
Not really into Maverick's like it's a completely different.
I saw it. It's really cool.
Completely different chassis, everything than my car.
Well, what he's saying is, there's lots of cool cars around here, but we just can't.
There's a couple like mine that are the same kind of thing that are.
Somebody will snatch it up before too long. Somebody will make a deal on it. It's not like it's going to get trashed. Somebody will buy it.
Vintage says, I don't deal with calipers anymore. I officially got four-wheel drums. Olive says, I suggest FCP Euro. Oh, GRP, glass reinforced plastic. Ah, GRP. These seems they're just Girling, same as the MGB. So, Girling, I think my Corvette had Girling brakes on it, and it used brake fluid. Rock Auto has Rock Auto has all calipers out of calipers out of stock. You can't get parts for a 71 Triumph anymore. It's a straight bullet. Buddy Carafano. Caliper, $85 on eBay.
$85? That's a lot of money.
Well, it's like two calipers in one because you got two to rebuild.
That's a lot of money. We might have to consider alternatives there.
I didn't really know why you took that apart.
What do you mean? You said I needed to work on the brakes so we could make it brakes.
Oh,
so I started working on the brakes.
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking we just see if they work.
No, they don't.
Where is the pedal? Is it on the body that's taken away?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to come up with a pedal or something.
Well, we need a clutch. We need a brake. We need.
Yeah, all this stuff.
Part of me is wondering if we shouldn't just use the firewall cowl off of that, cut everything that's rotten back, and then build up from it. I don't know. I don't know what your plan is, so
I suppose
ask questions.
Well, we can go out there and we can look at it. We can start cutting and hacking and see what we got. I mean, that might be a good alternative.
$85. Yeah, it's something fancy. I don't need something fancy. I just use slides. I just need something from Ford. I'm going to have to adapt some kind of Ford caliper for this. Corolla? That looks like a Toyota Corolla. I remember, Toyota Corolla, but a single piston with slides.
Nobody can see you. They just hear you over there. They're looking at a spring.
There.
He's there.
Now they saw me. Easy. You gotta
smarter than the camera.
Why are you changing?
I don't know. I don't know what does that. what makes everything happen.
What do you want to see me?
Because you're talking.
Oh, that's right. You're reading and I'm talking. Okay.
I struck out at FCP. It says
What's FCP?
that's all. She said FCP Euro is a place where she gets apparently European stuff. 38 Racing says no kits on Rock Auto either. Dean Stevenson, Type 12 calipers. They were used on Formula Ford single-seat racers. Type 14 were used on just about everything else. Also says, I bet more than one British Leyland car used the same brakes. God, that rotor looks like coffee cake. Yeah.
They all use the same bolt pattern.
Parts Geek has the kits for $15.
I don't believe in Parts Geek. I don't think they're a real company. I'm afraid to send them money.
Parts Geek?
Yeah.
Is Parts Geek, isn't that the same company as the Aero, what are they called? Aero Geek or Airplane Geek or something? Where the heck? I can't look that up right now. I think it's the same place. Because the airplane side of that company, I dealt with them a lot.
What do you think? Do we have maybe
I dealt with them a lot.
Do we have like a rubber air nipple that we could jam in there? And that's not going to be enough. How many pressures does it take to move those cups?
Well, to actually stop, probably 1,000 pounds, something like that.
Whoa.
But to move them with no force against them, probably nowhere near that. Air pressure probably take them out. Depending on how stuck they are.
I don't have an adapter for that. Or I don't know what adapter I need.
Let's see here.
This is tough. This is like
Parts key at 15. Dean Stevenson, Type 14 calipers, the Spitfire 67 through 80, and Herald 1360, 67 through 71 model use Type 14 calipers. These are Type 14. Worth a try, I would bet. There's got to be limited demand for those things. Yeah, it's how it is now, huh?
I know they're able to get, but $85 is probably what they cost. I don't really want to spend $85. I'm wondering. I guess there's a point at which it's like you can't. We're gonna have to sink a little money into it to make it workable. I mean, we know the motor runs. It's probably worth putting money in to get in front end right. Right?
Let's see here. Shop Air works on other calipers. Yeah, Shop Air probably be enough to take them apart as long as they're not too seized up. I would place an ad there and help another Triumph owner do another car. Buddy Carfano emailed rebuild kits $20. Emailed rebuild kit $20. 38 Racing. Put a block of wood in the caliper before you pressurize them. Yeah, and the one end will come out, and then you're going to have to hold it with a clamp or something to get the other side out.
This is like work.
You don't want to do that. You dove into it. I was thinking, why are you diving into this right now? I was thinking, how'd you get it to stop before? Well, the wheels were stuck and it wouldn't move.
Yeah, we never got to stop.
It was the back wheels that were stuck, wasn't it?
They were so flat.
Well, I remember you had to tie it to a tree and
It's
drag
never had more than 3 tires with air in it.
You tied it to a tree and dragged the trailer out from under it.
Yeah, it's not big on just rolling freely. This one's
38 Racing says and cover it with a rag too. So
it doesn't blow everywhere.
You could get blasted with it.
I guess I could. All right.
Yeah.
Work. Oh my God. Sitting here doing nothing. I'm gonna put you on 2 cameras.
Why do you want me on 2 cameras? That's a good show right there. The dirty spot on your shirt. You say you've been working. You can just swap it over to this camera and get rid of it.
Yeah, swap it over to that camera for now. Until I'm ready to.
So you're ready to do whatever you're doing?
Yeah. Ah,
yeah, you almost tripped over it.
Keep the wires.
Tavo, I'm late again. Been working on the neon. I seem to be doing a lot lately. Oh, we got to put that camera back on there so Tavo can see it.
Oh,
Stray Bullet says, yeah, we used to put the caliper in a bucket. Trust me, brake fluid doesn't taste good. Yeah, just took it back up and used the pedal.
It really doesn't look like nothing from the
sadly, the pedal's outside on the body.
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
And that's the other thing, though, is even if I did have the pedal attached to it, that all that brake system was all dried. And
okay, you're back on. I wanted Tavo to see that.
Completely dead. As dead as anything I've ever, just completely just gone.
Tavo, that's the Triumph Spitfire without the body. Yeah, just took it back up and used. Yeah, but the pedal. Yeah, I could almost kind of like your idea. Take that whole firewall and cut it out of that body and use it because it has the pedal assemblies on it and everything, and that might be useful, And then just build the rest of the firewall however we want it to be,
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to go forward, and we'll just have to discuss it. We'll come up with something. I'm sure I'm going to go out and see if I can scavenge some fittings off the Ranger.
Tavo says that Triumph Spitfire looks just like a Triumph Herald minus the body.
Minus the body, that's right.
Yeah, transfer rear leaf spring setup is different. Yeah, it's an independent rear suspension, but it's got a leaf spring. Corvette was like that for many years. Not the same setup, the same thing where they use a transverse leaf spring. Like my C4 Corvette was like that. I don't know. She went outside. I didn't hear what she said. She's going out to tools and a flashlight or something outside. See what she can find. I thought we were going to do the Ute first. Excuse me. I thought we were going to do the Valiant Ute first, but Kim decided to drag this thing in here and started taking it apart. So, what the heck? We'll do this. Let's see here. Build a 5/8 scale replica 60 Chevy. Corvette had the spring under the axle. Yeah, I guess it was. But it was transverse leaf, which when it first came out, I thought that was kind of funny, but it wasn't anything like the Ford transverse leaf. It didn't support the car like that. It just held the control arms from moving. Oh, it says if I had the metal skills, I might be thinking Morgani up front, shooting brake behind. Yeah, I think we're on different thoughts there. These tires are huge compared to what I thought they were too. I don't know. I'll come up with something. Olive, you know how you get the metal skills? Just start. You got wood skills, I think. Just transition to metal. 38, the 64 Corvair had transverse leaf too. Oh yeah, it did, didn't it? You keep the fabrication simple, mini Cybertruck. Yeah, you don't know how much I'm thinking along those lines with the lack of compound curves. I'll have some single weight curves, but the compound curves probably not. Although it's not going to look like a Cybertruck. Cybertruck would be kind of funny. A little baby Cybertruck driving around. with a gasoline engine in it. Yeah, yeah. You'd pass up the Cybertrucks as they're sitting there on a cold day and they can't move. Dean, that has GT6 Ford Cortina and Escort and US Capri parts interchanges. With Capri calipers and an Opel hydraulic line, it should fit up the Spitfire Type 14 disc. Well, 38 says then it was 64 only. Hey, I got a question, 38. Ray, did they have the 64 did not have the swing arms then that was like the 65 and later suspension? Somebody told me that one time and I didn't know whether to believe them. So the 64 got the independent suspension and the 63 and earlier had the swing axles? I don't know. How's that? Paul says I'm spread a bit thin with what I do. You know, I enjoy like English wheel stuff. Yet I'm going to stay away from English wheel stuff on this. I'm using 2024 T3, which is pretty hard aluminum. And that stuff does not English wheel nicely at all. You need something more, it's a softer aluminum. Dean says the 2-liter Mercury Capri calipers, Buick Opel brake line. I'm not sure any of that's available here. Stray bullet. Baby Cybertruck would be cute. Yeah.
That would be funny. I don't know if I would.
Well, see, what I said is I'm going to not have a lot of compound curves, or maybe none. You know, it's going to be not Cybertruck looking, but I'll have curves going one direction, but not.
Fairmont make it look like a Cybertruck.
No, but it's a Cybertruck doesn't have any curves. This will have curves. Just it's really hard to make 2024 curve two different directions.
You could make it like Cybertruck.
Let's see.
I think the Cybertruck moment is over.
Oh, Dean says they had compensator springs. Everything was swing axle. 38. The 65 had a clear new suspension setup. The 60 to 64 were the same, except the 64 also got the leaf spring. What the leaf spring do? Just keep it from tucking under or something? See, somebody told me that the 64 had the 65 and later, rear suspension. I didn't believe it. Okay, that makes more sense.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you guys enjoying your conversation?
60 through 64 Corvair was the first generation, and 65 through 69 was the second generation, Kim. And the second generation had a fully independent suspension, kind of like a Corvette in the back.
Oh, the Corvette.
Yeah, Hippie Long says both the original Master Cylinder, the frame to pressurize brakes. Yeah, that car's out there in the dark right now, and it's
the original Master Cylinder is failed. It's gone.
Bailed up under the dash.
No, it's not any good. We'd have to buy another one like it. We're gonna have to find another Master Cylinder. I got this one off of a Ford Ranger, and I'm gonna see if I can mock it up to some kind of thing.
There he said yes, kept the wheels out. Oh, okay. Talo says 63 Lightburn Zeta. 1963 Lightburn Zeta for some body style ideas. Small Australian made car. So it's safe at any speed, just like Bumblebee. Oh. Where'd you get that? What Master Cylinder is that?
This came off of the Ford Ranger.
She's got a Master Cylinder in her hand. From a Ford Ranger, but you can't see it on the camera because she's got to hold it up. She's already connecting lines up.
How would you, if you were going to pinch off a line, how would you do that?
Pinch off a line?
Pinch off a line.
Why do you want to pinch off a line?
I got this line here. I just want to use
half of it?
Yeah.
Don't put any fluid in the front part. Or is it one reservoir? Or is there a divider in the reservoir?
No.
Really? Well, take one of those things I have and pump it back in the top. You know those tubes? Instead of pinching it off, just feed it back into the top. or feed it into a bucket or anything. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's open. As long as the back half pressurizes. What happens if it fails? The back half still pressurizes. So the only thing you need to do is just direct it so it doesn't pump it all over the floor. Have it one of those flat buckets we have. I don't know where the flat buckets are. Yeah, it's a flat bucket. It's a dish pan.
Thank you.
Do you need any cars unsafe driven without concern? CNC used to make replacements. Hippie Long says both metric. I think just about everything we have is metric, unless this stupid British thing is.
What about the rear ones?
British thing could be. I think it's too new for.
I don't think there's any
for
chance
Whitworth.
I'm gonna salvage the rear ones. Are those available?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. The rear one's available.
The rear brake jumpies for the drums.
The wheel cylinders.
Yeah.
Vice grips make good clamps. Yeah, I mean, if you don't care about the line, I guess you could just clamp it shut with vice grips. Tavo says 71 British will still be Whitworth. Really?
What would it be?
71. This is 71. Is this Whitworth stuff? And I thought that ended like in the late 50s, early 60s.
What? This car?
Whitworth. Whitworth is like SAE metric, and then there was Whitworth, which is.
Right. Are you saying that? Are they saying this car?
Yeah. Tavo says it would still be Whitworth.
It doesn't sound good.
I have a bolt here. The threads kind of look like Whitworth. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
I don't know that.
Tavo says, in fact, that platform there goes back to the 50s. British Standard. Whitworth. Yeah, the threads look like. I remember the threads on Whitworth were really kind of shallow, and that's what. Is that what this is? Oh, that won't focus. Kind of has that Whitworth look, doesn't it? You know, BSW. 38. Hope you all have a good evening. I've got a tractor front axle spider gears to replace in the morning.
Hey,
Give me 20. Oh, it's a 21 hours to do. I'm 9 hours in. Oh, geez. Already in it. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by and have a good night. DC was not for Triumph. 1980 it stopped. And Vauxhall used it till 73. It was 71. The Brits were still resisting metric at the end of the 70s. Really?
I didn't know this was Whitworth. I don't know, maybe we should.
Well, I don't know if the brakes are. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. Yeah. Also says, what about Miata stuff? That should be about right.
It's about the right size, but it's completely
different. And 38 Racing looked it up. He says Rock Auto has the rear cylinders.
Has them? Okay.
Straight bullet. Who is this Whitworth fellow anyway?
We probably just need to order the rear side. I don't think I'm going to be able to salvage those piston ones, but these, I especially for $85, I should probably try to salvage it.
It says here, Dean Stevens says when Triumph made Honda Pallades, I don't know what that is, Civic sedans in 1981, then it went metric. Well, I remember Honda, they had a, what was the bigger Honda called? I don't know. But the British had a version of the Honda that was a Sterling. And I thought it would be very much like the Honda, but apparently there were some problems with that car that the Honda didn't have. My father bought a Honda, and I kind of wanted him to check out the Sterling at the time because it was a pretty nice car. But actually, I'm probably glad he didn't do that because they would have had service issues. Acura Legend. Now it's a Honda Accord. The Accord was the one that wasn't the Accord the one that also was the Sterling. Over Honda clones. I know Sterling. There was a thing that looked just, I mean, yeah, it looked like all the parts were interchangeable from a Honda Accord. It's called a Sterling. That's the wrench that'll fit.
You're having problems with words.
Yeah, it'll fit the Whitworth stuff, Kim. That wrench you're using.
It's a universal one, huh?
She's using the Knipex on the Whitworth because it fits. Dean Stevenson says, "Nope, everything Austin Rover touched turned to brown sticky." It shows some poo there. Everything Honda I've ever owned has been good. Motorcycles and cars, Mississippi long, and mowers.
I've heard people who like Hondas really love Hondas. They have some benefits. I know, like Honda carburetors are really resilient.
Buddy Carfon said, "Remember when GM was half SAE, half metric?" Oh yeah, 1977. All the blue, any blue bolts, they were kind of light bluish gray. Those were metric. Any black bolts were SAE. And 1977 it started, and I don't know when they quit using the blue, but you know, they were converting over to metric, but they're not going to take like a transmission that they use for and convert it to metric. They're going to wait till they quit using that transmission and design a new one, and then it'll be metric, you know. So yeah, so you know, it took some time. You know, like my little Mercury Zephyr out there, it's got metric and SAE all over it. It's 1978 Ford product, and it's some of one, some of another. I get a little frustrated with it sometimes because I get the wrong wrench, but you know, is that a 3/8 or a 10? Oh, this one's a 10. Oh, this one's a 3/8. You know, it's like the whole car's like that. Mostly old parts. Oh, have you let the smoke out of the Lucas wires? Oh yeah, I don't think those Lucas wires ever worked. Although it starts and runs.
I didn't do anything to the wires.
Well, the wires on that part work fine.
It's got points, and I ran a what did the Lucas? I don't even know what the Lucas stuff does. I just bypassed it all, and it ran without it.
Just ran.
What did it need? What did those things do? I don't even know what that part.
Everybody hated Lucas wiring. I don't know. It's like.
No, but I mean, what did the Lucas wiring do?
Sometimes nothing. I don't know.
I saw there was a box that said Lucas, but I don't know what it did.
She said there was a box that said Lucas, but she didn't know what it did. Dean Stevenson, striking, correct. Austin Rover, we stuck with paying royalties or a tribute to Honda Motor Company. So they tried to incorporate their own stuff back in for cost reduction. That's why the 825. Oh, the 825. Is the 825 the, whatever I said a minute ago, the Sterling? D. Stevenson was the 825 was unreliable because the bits, they are changed, hurt quality. Tell them my sister had a Rover 416 Honda Integra made by Rover. Everything the Japanese built, Honda wasn't. Also says quality control about the wires themselves, Kim. Also bad sheathing.
Yeah, nothing on this is any good anymore. I already knew that, though. It's 50 years old.
Most of the old part says Lucas, the Prince of Darkness. Yeah, that's what they always used to say. I don't know.
I mean, this car is so old. Anybody who fix stuff
the wiring.
Set themselves up for disappointment. very old.
Dean Stevenson says, my Australian nurse I worked with found the same thing. Hippie Long, England is soggy, a real electrical testing country. Man, that's one thing. When I was in England, I was there, best weather in the summer, and it was the nicest day was probably 65 degrees Fahrenheit. And most of the other days were pretty wet.
I don't really think you can see what I'm doing.
Well, I can see the side of an engine where the oil filter, and you're there.
Yeah.
What is this Hippie Long says? Look at those shitty arms. Which arms? Kim's arms or the control arms?
They're little. Rinky dink.
Oh, shitty A arms. I missed the A.
There ain't much to them. They're just
they'll do. For what I'm doing, this body's going to be so light it doesn't matter.
They're not rotten.
No, they're okay.
They're okay.
All this is Lucas Electrics can be fixed, but went wrong early in their day. Simple enough to bypass, though.
Yeah, I don't even know what it did. It had points. There's no other reason. I guess maybe was that the voltage regulator or something?
I don't know what the box was that you found that said Lucas.
It's on the firewall. It says Lucas, but I didn't even know what it was connected to. So, oh look, it's a bubble flare. Bubble flare. I think it's.
Well, yeah, they could. I watched it on the screen. Well, except there's a commercial on right now.
I don't like a bubble flare.
Dean Stevens said she had a Rover 216i. See, I'm not even familiar with that. Dean Stevenson says Ferrari and De Tomaso copied Smiths and Lucas Electrics, Veglia. Well, I remember seeing Veglia instruments. Most of the old part says my dad was into British cars for his entire life. Austin Healey and Morgan stuff. The reason the Brits drink warm beer is because Lucas builds their refrigerators. You know, so when I was in England, I'd have a beer in the pubs a lot of times on the weekends or after work. Not after work too often, because we were pretty busy studying. But on the weekends, and I never had any warm beer in England. That's like a joke. Yeah. Paul says all the electric things, Kim, chassis included. Dean Stevenson, Lucas D series.
Where did we put
Dean Stevenson got a Kia ad. He got an ad for something we know what it is. A Kia. What are you looking for?
You get 2 points for calling out your advertiser.
What are you looking for, Kim?
The brake flaring kit. Here,
I was going to say you're looking in the wrong place. You know how I know? Because I can hear every drawer opening.
Every light in the house. The front door looks like the crack of dawn. Every light in the house.
Stray Bullets says I got a Clean Right ad because I've been looking for a new pump for my weed sprayer. See, it's what you are looking at. Yep. But thank you. I think Kim's going to give you 2 points for that.
Yeah, absolutely. You get 2 points.
Tim says, got here late, finished a late dinner, grilled salmon. Now I'm ready for a nap. Man, that sounds good. Well, we didn't expect anybody to be here tonight because it's
I mean, you can take
because
a nap
it's
while you watch if you want.
It's Easter, so
just chill out. He falls asleep watching YouTube all the time.
Hippie Long,
allow our voices to comfort you into slumber.
Hippie Long says my brother had an MGB GT. The resonator caught fire. We had to put it out with a brand new sheepskin seat cover. Oh man, that screams 70s.
No resonator on this.
The Spitfire is a 71, is what the registration says. And what did the date on the tag say? Said June, July of 70.
Yeah.
So it's a 71, but the production date would June or July of 1970. The English learned what the Greeks found out after the Romans conquered. Supply chain went to the USA and Germany after World War II the same way. Stray bullet, 1,153 points now.
Where did he get all them points?
Yeah, I don't know. He's getting them from somebody else giving points out. Kim points are not the same as
did I give like
everybody else's
points for something?
Did you give 1,000 points for something? Oh, it says actually I'm pretty sure I misheard, but either 71 or 75.
71.
Yeah, it's 71. Yeah, Dean Stevenson says June of 70.
Maybe it might be a 70.
We may have even said that on a live that it was June of 70.
Yes. Well, June of 70 is what we said.
Yeah. Live. Oh, we were in a live when you said. Okay, I didn't remember if we were still in a live. Okay, Miss One-Eyed Cat, I'm still here. I had to work today. Man, you had to work today.
Where were you working that it was open today? I thought there was a retail blackout day.
Dean Stevenson says 71 model year. Yep, mostly our part. 71 should have a Moss gearbox. Those things were pretty solid units.
Moss?
I
don't see any. It says.
Stray Bullet says I looked away. That's why I lost it.
Says
I'm a loyal. Oh,
Stanpart.
Stanpart?
That's the only markings that are easily visible. Maybe once I wash it off, no more.
What's the thing beside the distributor? I think it's a generator.
On the one that's on top, yeah.
It's a generator.
And then down below is the fuel pump.
Fuel pump and the starter and an oil filter. Okay, so let's see here. I was saying something. Oh, Stray Bullet says I'm a loyal commercial watcher.
Thank you. Doesn't click away. He just keeps.
Tim says I'm going to need a bigger thumb drive for all my points. You one file, each point, one file.
Yeah. He's got all the points. He's like, isn't that how you keep your bitcoins?
I don't know. Carlos says 71 should also have the stag style rear end treatment. Maybe it's a little older than you say. Oh, it's registered as a 71 in the date, the production date on the tags said June of 70.
Could be wrong. I bought it like a year ago and it's been sitting around. Stray
Bullet says it looks kind of Japanese. Japanese used to copy everybody, but then that was a long time ago. So. This is One-Eyed Cat. I'm a manager at Dollar Tree. Oh yes, the only day we are closed is Christmas. Wow. Not even New Year's.
They don't even care about Easter. So you guys were probably busy today. Were you busy today because of the retail blackout?
Oh, I bet you were busy today.
Because Target and some other grocery stores, they were saying Costco, I think they were closed.
Hippie Lawn says guaranteed the back of advance is shot.
Probably. Yeah, the rubber's probably the hardest stone.
We were talking about that. Just have it.
It just needs to be able to drive around.
The car needs to be able to drive around up and down the street. We're not going to take this thing on long trips.
But it needs to stop. Absolutely.
It needs to stop.
So that's a problem right now that we're having.
We're not going to restore this whole running gear. We're just going to make it so
it runs. Needs to be.
So it runs and it stops.
Yeah, we don't want to be fussing with it once we have body on top of it. So we got to do a little bit of stuff like brakes, but then we're done. Or you could start. It's going to take you a few days.
We're not watching what you're doing, Ken. You got the camera on.
I was flaring.
She's flaring. You did all that cool stuff and nobody saw it.
Have they not seen a flare made before?
Well, you're done, and now you. Well, maybe
Oh,
not.
that's right. Not quite. Maybe. You guys used a double flaring? Has anybody in the chat used a double flaring tool? What's your experience? Do you struggle with? I don't have any hard time with it. It's not that hard.
Oh, it says no, he was dead, and it was a long day at work. Wow. Everybody probably thought you were closed and just didn't go there.
I mean,
Dean Stevenson says Vehicle Emission Control Instruction Code says June 70, so that's 1971, but USA didn't follow the new EEC regulations because the US taillights had to be DOT approved, whatever all that means. Yeah, so it's a 71. Hippie Long, you guys own a pressure washer? Yes.
Oh yeah, I wanted to do it today, but I didn't get up in time. I worked late last night. I was exhausted. I don't have the stamina of a younger, healthier person, and so I would have had to drag it out there by myself. We did the dragging out right before stream. He came out to help me. I didn't want to drag him out of bed. Honestly, I didn't have the strength to get myself going. So.
Mrs. One-Eyed Cat says we only made $700 today. Only made or only brought in 700. I mean that's like nothing. Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't pay the employees.
So I made a line that goes from this known bad brake thing. And, I'm gonna have to make something to pump it a little bit.
Like a screwdriver.
Yeah. And we'll just push it. I'll just push against the engine block, with a 2x4 and see if I can get enough pressure to pop that out.
Mostly old parts. I have a 35-year-old Blue Point tube flaring kit. I'm guessing I've flared over 2,000 fittings with it since I bought it. Man. See, I had one years ago. I don't know what happened. I bought another one. It's probably Chinese, but I got what I got. What is that one you're using? That's mine.
I don't know. I think
you have one and I have. We both have one, right?
This one's yours.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. You know what? I bought it and didn't use. You were the first one to use it. It was one of those tools I just bought because I knew I didn't have one, and I thought, yeah. It's when I was working and I had money, So that's what I did when I worked. I paid for my property, so we have a place to live, or so I'd have a place to live when I retired, and I bought tools, and I paid for a Mazda. But mostly, I mean, of the things I saved up, I bought tools and bought tools and bought tools, and Hippie Long says, I love my pressure washer and chemicals. Good old elbow grease. We actually have two pressure washers. Kim has an electric one, and then she bought some new stuff, and she's hooking it up to one of her gas engines, and so we'll be able to have a really powerful one. But that one's not finished yet.
Not quite.
But it's another Kim project, and it's kind of like the mini bike.
That one, if we just put gas in it, would work.
Oh, it's ready?
It's ready. Maybe we'll try it out.
Well, you need to build a little trailer for that one
right. We're gonna
put a big old jug of water on it, and then we can take it anywhere and do a pressure wash shit anywhere. Anywhere. That would be really good. A jug of water. That would be like a giant trash can or something full of water. 55-gallon.
We did do that. We had a couple of trash cans once over here by the shop, and we ran a pressure washer like that.
Yeah, ran them off a big garbage can full of water. Someday, we're gonna have to dig a trench over here from the house with something, and
we could just get a big hose.
And then
hose this summer.
And then run a pipe.
Just run a pipe. That's expensive. We could do that. Either way, it'd be nice to just have
mostly old parts. One of life's greatest disappointments is making a perfect inverted flare. Only to realize that you forgot to put the tubes on. Yeah.
It ain't perfect unless the nut's on the tube.
Buddy Carfanos basically says the same thing. Ask how I know. Yeah, we've done this kind of thing. It's the same thing when you're soldering and you forget to put the shrink tubing on. It's like, oh.
Do we have some brake fluid? This says Doc.
Oh, I just bought a whole can of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I bought a big can of it.
We got a jug of brake fluid.
The cheap stuff, .3.
That's the best kind. The cheaper the better.
The cheap stuff.
I don't want
It's never going to get hot enough to care if we have .4 or .5 or anything.
No. So it doesn't care.
Oh, Dean Stevenson says it's when the tube nut is on, but the wrong way around. Yeah, that would be upsetting. Yeah, in shrink tubing, at least you can't put it on backwards.
Here's my lever.
Plainly difficult levels of upset.
I want it to be a little short.
What are you doing over there? Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Put it up against the engine. Now I get it. My left foot hurts like hell. I don't know why.
What does it hurt? Lord, tell me why your foot does hurt.
Probably some diabetic nonsense or something.
Oh, diabetic. Yeah.
I don't know though. I shouldn't be. With what I've eaten today, I know my blood sugar isn't high. I didn't eat anything to make my blood sugar high. What did I have in the way of carbs? Almost nothing.
Gotta put the brass washer back on.
Gotta put the brass washer back.
Oh, yeah.
Brass washer? Brass. Try to say brass
See, as
washer.
soon as I put the camera over there.
Yeah, now you're blocking it
Now
again.
I'm over here again.
Now you're over there. You gotta put that, tape it to your shoulder.
This is tough. I need a camera. Who could I get to move a camera?
Well, I can move the camera around, but I'm not sure where you're like get yourself all situated, and then you move the camera, and then you move.
I need somebody.
I don't know.
More dedicated to this. If we're gonna record this, I need somebody who's more dedicated to this than to the chat. The chat
Americans
would be disappointed.
Americans bench bleed master cylinders. The Brits apparently frame bleed them. Oh, okay. You're gonna frame bleed it. Hippie Long, I rebuilt the 273 and forgot the oil slinger. Glad I found it sooner than later. I did that in a 318 one time. Had to come back to plug.
Yes. See the result.
Yeah, I'm betting. I would bet that the oil slinger on those small block Chryslers, I would bet you could leave that out and it would oil just fine. But it might not. But I bet it would because there's a lot of oil there.
What do you guys think? You think this is going to work? I got to figure out.
Why is Kim hiding behind the engine? Now she's trying to put stuff so you can see everything. And oh, there's the it just froze up. The cat, when you're swinging the cat around, it froze. So what do I got to do?
Well, I got to connect it before it's going to.
Oh, it unplugged. It unplugged. Okay.
I haven't even figured out what happened yet. Something's.
Oh, it says I can't remember what tools I had when I last flared a clutch or brake line, but it wasn't hard.
Did it beep?
Well, what makes it hard is when you buy a really cheap one and it doesn't hold the line and it's just cheap. But she's using mine and it works, so it must not have been too cheap.
Okay, see if you can activate and deactivate that again.
Okay, I got to figure out how to do that once again. I forget how to find it over here.
You got to go to the other seat. Down. There you go. Now go to the cat. I'll deactivate.
Activate.
Let me see.
Okay, yeah, I can see you moving. Yeah, it's working.
Okay, now you can go back to where you can see us both.
Okay, yeah, we got it
So
working.
you guys could see where this red is. That's the piston. All right. And then
Dean
over.
Stevenson says, sure, it'll work. Same clutch cylinder system my 58 PA Vauxhall used. Man, that Vauxhall I rode in England, drove around too. It was just like but it was a newer. I was there in '09, and it was an '09 model Vauxhall. It felt just like I got an American Chevrolet. Tavo says, bench bleeding allows for full travel of the piston in the master cylinder to get the air out. Sometimes when mounted in the car, you can't get full travel out of the piston. You know, that's we did the Futura, not Futura, what is that thing? Zephyr in Texas. We bench bled it in the car because we didn't have any brakes. It got us home. There was no brake fluid in that car. When we took the car out of there, I drove it. I said, man, the brake pedal's really low. And we pulled into some parts store to buy brake fluid.
Well, can you see how I got this set up?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
And there was no brake fluid. No brake fluid in the master cylinder.
I'm just gonna push on this.
Oh, I can hear it. Yeah, it's squirting back up into there from the front, and the back is going to. Is it going to the caliper? Oh yeah, you got the caliper there. I see the caliper. What do you have inside that caliper? You got a rag. Or are you just waiting to see it move? You're just waiting to see it move.
Yeah. We need something to keep it from rolling.
Oh, you're pushing it. She put the master cylinder against the bell housing to keep the master from moving. But then now the car's moving. She's pushing the car ahead. Yeah, you got to wheel chock the car so
Gotta wheel chock.
the car doesn't move.
There's a big rubber wheel chock.
Mostly all parts. Watching Kim, pondering. She gonna hook the bleeding setup to an air hammer?
An air hammer?
Yeah, like a air chisel, you know. Well, the only thing she's trying to do is to get the caliper apart. She's putting pressure in the caliper, trying to get it to.
Trying to build enough pressure to push that caliper.
To push the caliper apart.
Because the old.
When you watch what'll happen, it'll build up air pressure, and all of a sudden it'll go boom, and it'll come apart. What do you have in there? Just a rag? Oh, it moved. The rag moved.
I don't see it.
Oh, I thought it moved. Maybe something just looked like it moved. I'm looking on this. I'm looking on the screen, not on the not at the thing. Was that going to hit me? No. Maybe the rag just moved from rag moving. Well, you haven't really bled the caliper, have you?
No, but I figured I'd build a little bit of pressure.
Well, you're going to have to open the bleed valve on the caliper.
I don't know if it's going to open. Better do that, huh?
Shoot. Hope you just build enough pressure that it would pop out of there, but
yeah.
No such luck.
No such luck. Let me see if we can bleed this line a bit.
What are you doing?
I just want to maybe bleed this.
Oh, bleed it at the line. Sure, that'll get it up to get it up to there anyway.
Give me a spot, would you please? A real in-person spot over here.
Okay, I'm coming. What did Kim? She's just trying to get the. She's trying to get the caliper. It's a dual piston caliper. Both pistons are stuck. We don't have a way to do it on the bench, so we're going to do it here. What do you want me to do?
I'm trying to bleed that fitting over there.
Okay, well, I'll do this.
Okay, but be careful not to kick the.
I understand.
Cat.
I see what needs to happen.
Don't kick the cat.
Don't kick the cat. The cat is a piece of equipment in the camera. Well,
okay, go down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Up. I'm getting there.
Up. Okay. I believe you.
Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Steady stream. It's good. Up.
Up. Okay, so it's bled up to there.
Yeah. Let's see. It does anything.
Oh, it's not bled up to there.
No.
Will that bleed valve come loose?
No. But I guess we have to. Find a socket. That's the right
Find a socket or a wrench.
That's right. Oh, a wrench is probably a good idea.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of small wrenches. Yeah, between those two, you might find something work.
Something ought to work.
The only wood wrenches I have are enormous. You just tipped it over.
I noticed. This is a lid.
Hey, did it loosen or slip?
No, I came up.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it all the way out. So you could stand down for a minute.
Here, I don't care. I'll just.
I'm gonna take
If
it
I
out.
go over there, I'm just gonna have to come back.
Oh, what the heck? Go down for a second. See if we get any indication.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
I'm gonna take it out. I don't see anything. So you just relax. You're up, right?
Yeah. Master cylinder's leaking a little out the back of it.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but it's getting wet back there. But I mean, yeah, it's not pouring out. It's just.
Yeah. It was sus. That's why it's not on a vehicle.
What's it off of?
I think he came off the Ranger. I think maybe this is clogged. This
Well, I believe that might be clogged full.
maybe.
Correct. I think you just put your thumb over it.
Each drill out. Go ahead, push.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Push.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Still anything.
Why is there nothing coming out? Oh, that flex line. That will blister in it.
Good. Yeah.
Still down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down. Feel any air?
No. I'm not getting any indication.
Yeah, that Flexon could be clogged.
Could be, yeah. It has some fluid in it. Maybe I could probably take it off again and see if there's any indication here. Okay.
I'm still down.
Okay. Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Up. I heard it going
Up.
Down.
Up. Down.
That wasn't this. That was.
That's this thing, Virgo.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Up. Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
I'm not getting anything.
So that's plugged up or something.
Up.
Up. Relax. Okay, that's gonna stay there, I think. Something like that. That flex line is plugged. I mean, it must be full of air because it's when I push on it, it doesn't feel like there's any resistance. Let's see here. I've lost track of the chat. Sorry, everyone. Adjustable crescent hammers always within reach. Yeah, I noticed that. What happened? Just got tough. Oh, since I also lost track, I had to apply some anti-alg goop. What is that, like Neosporin or something? I was getting piggy with it there. Well, if you just had a max headroom moment. Oh, sorry about that. Means the camera's getting hot. Why's the camera getting hot? Jiggy. Yep. Sorry about that. Somebody suggested reverse blowing through that flex line because both ends are undone.
Reverse blowing through the flex line?
Yeah, because if it's got a blister in there that's plugging it, you might be able, but it might just be closed off because that's what they do when they get old. But sometimes they get a blister and, it makes flex like a one-way valve. You know what I mean? If there's a flap in there. I've seen them really get closed off.
Oh, you can turn it off of the thing while I think.
Turn it off. Turn the video off while you think.
Yeah.
What's that big tall thing? Oh, that's the wood. The pry bar. Okay, Kim doesn't want us looking at that. She's sitting there just thinking. In this case, it's Mai Tai liniment. Our friend Harry told us about Muay Thai liniment. I'm not sure what that is. I thought at first it said Mai Tai, which is a drink in Hawaii. Kim's thinking. She's just sitting and thinking.
Mm-hmm. Thinking's okay.
Thinking's okay.
I just said that.
You just said that. It's okay if I say it. I can't repeat what you say.
You're beating me. You're beating me.
Muay Thai is kickboxers in Thailand. Ah. Man, you ever watch, what's his name? Here I am, can't think. The guy that lives in, he's got an apartment in Ukraine, but he goes to Thailand a lot. Big Mongolian looking guy, but he's from the U.S. Man, I can't remember anything. He's got a YouTube channel, pretty big. But he was some kind of he was a big dude. He was like an MMA kickboxer or something back in his younger days. I don't know what she's doing now.
I want to see if I can get anything out of this other. Both on the same line.
Oh, it says Mai Tai is best ever in Japanese and Long Island iced tea, but good. Oh, Long Island iced teas are good. But you get drunk so fast. I made a mistake one time. Had 2 Long Island iced teas. It's in Ohio. Went out from the bar, got in the car, passenger side, put the seat back, and slept for hours. This one-eyed cat. The phone rang at work today, and the lady said, "Are you guys open?" I said, "Are you guys open?" I said, "I did." Answered the phone. The lady hung up on you. Jeez. Okay, I got to put it back on the cat here because you're doing stuff and there nobody can see what you're doing. It's more interesting when people can see what you're doing. Although I probably need to move the camera a little bit toward you. Oh, you got fluid all over the place. Hey, you're getting the frame wet. Yeah, there, you got it now. What'd you do? Loosen up the bleeder on the other side? Well, the fluid's moving. Anyway, that goop is for Thai kickboxers and stuff, very effective against owls. Oh, I see. I use a lot of Neosporin because it prevents infection. Kind of like that stuff. I also use like supermarket brand hydrocortisone. Mai Tai. I'm all turned around now. Okay, let's see here. Mrs. One-Eyed Cat, the other boss said, "You can't say that." I said, "The first thing that came out." Where'd all the fluid go? You had to add fluid. It's going out somewhere.
Oh, let's fill up the system.
Filling up the system.
is leaking real bad too. There's that.
Leaking.
Everything. It's all. Darn it. Why am I building a ad hoc brake system on a vehicle? I gotta test everything. I don't know what I'm doing. Talking to myself. Sorry. You guys don't do this? Is this like not something that you've done before? You just figure it out.
I think everybody's getting tired of this.
They're bored. Well, shut them off. They don't want to watch. I'm not gonna say.
I thought people always complain that UTG doesn't do any work on his he doesn't ever do any work, he just talks. So we're doing work and we're losing people.
Well, it's boring. It's boring. If they wanted to work, they'd work on their own project. Let's see this other piece of garbage.
All it says, is the brake master cylinder actually in there, or is that the clutch master? Oh, that's a master cylinder out of some other vehicle that she slaved it in. She flared it and put it together so she'd have a master. It's not a master that belongs there. It's a master from something else. She thinks it came from our Ford Ranger.
I'm the master. It does as I say. So far, doesn't.
Mrs. One-Eyed Cat says, "You will get it done, Kim."
Thank you. See, some people believe in me. There are people who still believe in me.
Hippie Long says, "I don't watch Tony much anymore." I was going to come in live after him tonight, but then he didn't have a show tonight, so we put it up for 9, but we came in early because I put it up for 9 to come in right when he finished. Yeah, I don't know if Dead Dodge Garage did a live tonight or not. Oh, says, "I have great confidence in Kim. I'm just a little spatially lost."
I don't think. Oh yeah, I don't think we're getting anything through either of these hoses. Maybe you're both.
The hoses
bald.
Are not transferring
all the
fluid.
Way bad. Not just a little bad. All the way bad.
So now we got to find where we can get those hoses.
Yeah, I think. Well, see, I mean, that's the thing, is we could use whatever we wanted. But it's.
Yeah, Dead Dodge Garage did his live. Okay.
Amy's real popular, so probably. Is he done?
Tim said, yeah, probably. I'm sure he's done by now. Tim says, had 6 inches of snow.
Oh, Tim.
Today is back to 70.
70.
For the rest of the week. Snow is all gone already.
That is a heck of a.
Time to go out and get dirty putting the gas lines under the truck.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you were working on that truck, and then winter came, and so now you're back to the truck.
Get yourself some cheap moving blankets and lay them down. But, go easy on yourself.
Honestly, Kim can just coat hanger those lines. I'll rot them out. That's what
Is
she had
that
the
a
radiator.
thing that you could do? Because I was thinking about that.
She was thinking about it.
Is that a thing? Can you do that?
Oh, God.
Because I've got some stainless wire here.
Well, I was thinking the coat hanger is actually thick enough. It might be the right diameter.
You think it's that?
I don't know. Might be. I don't think that's. What is that? Is that 41 or that's 41 thousandths? I can see it from here. It's 41.
Okay.
That's that might go through there. Might poke through the side though. Hippie Long says push reverse direction so debris unjams. That would make sense. Gonna rod out the. That's what you do with the radiator when they say rod it out. You put rods. You push the rod down through each tube. Take the tank off. Push rods down through each tube to clean the muck out of there. So that's what this is rodding out a brake line. This is completely unapproved. This is One-Eyed Cat says Tony is going live tonight after Dr. Art live from what I saw. Yeah, I saw that on his post. I saw he made a post. And I said, hey, Kim, Tony made a post. He isn't going live. You want to go up there? So we came up here and started cleaning up first. And instead of going live first, we cleaned up a lot of. And we dragged the
carcass.
The carcass, the Spitfire carcass out of here. Oh. What is it? Is it?
Goes most of the way.
Goes most of the way.
We'll go around that last turn. Let's
see. Something is stuck there. Ooh, something open. Did something open? Mm-hmm. Okay, see if it'll go the other way then. I can't believe we're doing this.
Oh, look at all the. Ugh.
Oh, there's all kind of mud coming out of there? Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's something coming out.
I'll bet you.
Okay, Al says, I suggest the softest wire might be. Well, she's got a piece of 41 thousandths aircraft safety wire, which is stainless. So, it's already done. Let's see. Or use brake clean with a straw. Yeah, it's pretty big. It said be bigger. Tim says, I got a big stack of moving pads from Harbor Freight. There you go. That's what we use.
Or
you know, it says on those
pads.
It says on those not to wash them, but I didn't care. I washed one of them. Man, did that make a mess.
Look, I got it all the way through.
Ah, got it all the way through.
There you go. Oh, it's damp.
I just need a pillow so I can take a nap under the truck. Yeah, wake up. It's like, where the hell am I? And you're looking
nasty. All right, now I'm gonna hook it back up, and then I want you to help.
And then I'm gonna go over there and help her try to. Pump it out. Okay, Wendy. I hope everything's okay. Or what did I miss? Okay, yeah, I'm coming. I'm just trying to understand why they're worried about Wendy not being okay. Okay. Oh, where's the pry bar?
See if you can get it back in there where it needs to be.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Down.
Okay, up.
Up.
Down.
Stuff down.
Up.
Up.
Feel something happening. Down.
Down.
Oh, this is the good stuff right here. Black gold.
Okay.
Yeah. Down.
I'm down.
Okay. Up.
Oh, I'm slipping here. Something. Okay, I'm ready again.
Up. Down.
Up. Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Oh, it was doing something. Down. Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Oh, it stopped again.
Oh, there's a piece of something in there.
You sneaky piece of garbage.
I'm down.
Because I was doing something. Go ahead.
Oh.
Man, it's
oh, look at that muck in there.
Mm-hmm.
This is not an approved method.
Okay. Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Hold on, I gotta zoom in and see if they can watch.
See that all this goop came out?
Is it kind of in focus, people?
Yeah, it's good enough, I think.
Okay, are you up?
Up.
Okay, down. There it is.
Yeah, it's there now.
Up.
Okay, so there's the clog.
One more down.
Woohoo! It's good.
All right, it's just like new. You up?
I'm down.
Go ahead up.
Up.
All right, I'm gonna hook it to the.
Now you're gonna hook it to the caliper.
Yeah. No fluid out that one. That one's clogged too.
Yeah, who had that idea? Yeah. Who was the smart person who had that idea?
Yeah, you get 3 points for telling us to run.
Is that all they get is 3 points for that?
Yeah, because that's the stupidest idea I've ever heard in my life.
It's a stupid idea, but it worked.
But
don't ever do this on something you're gonna drive. I guess if you're stuck somewhere.
I'm just trying to blow the little cup out of there. I'm not even trying to use it.
We're making a tool.
Oh, brake fluid's disgusting. Okay, I gotta zoom out a little bit.
Why? It's good. Just leave it.
I want there to be perspective of what's happening.
What's happening? Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go see if it's in focus. Oh, it's pretty much focused.
Yeah, you're good.
If it works, is it stupid? Yes, it's still stupid, even if it works. Okay. Go down. Oh, yeah.
Down.
Okay, up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Did you see the bubbles?
Yeah, I did.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Up.
Up.
Down.
Down.
Up.
Yeah, you're getting air out of it.
Down.
Oh.
I mean, it's
I think you got just about all.
I gotta find a bleeder and then put it back together.
The bleeder is.
I have it.
Okay, I can't.
You're up?
See. I'm down.
Okay, hold on. Let me hold my finger over it. Okay, go up. All right, I'm gonna run this on the wire brush before I stick back in. Take a break. Talk to the chat for a second while I get this polished up. That's funny.
I can't believe that even worked. Check the brake fluid. Yeah, I can see in the top of that master cylinder, it's got plenty of brake fluid in there. Yeah, I'll replace the rubber brake hose. Yeah, we wouldn't drive it like that. She's just trying to get she's trying to put pressure in the caliper to get the pistons out of there. Yeah, don't try this at all. Yeah, Tony didn't go on because of being Easter. That's what I figured. Yeah, I figured you had family stuff to do. Take it to Buff and Kim's garage. They'll do it for you.
Jeez. I didn't think that
They were
was
saying,
worth
check the brake fluid. Yeah, I could see there was still some brake fluid in there, but yeah,
I
we
put some more in there. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
she added some once.
How many is Chita? Fantastic.
Hippie Long, I'm a team low budget.
We're just trying to blow the things out so I can rebuild them.
Just trying to get the caliper apart. So now she's made a tool that works, but not necessarily a brake
Now we
system.
gotta see if it's
Brake
gonna...
system to drive. You know?
I just had deja vu. This must have worked because I got deja vu. You ever get deja vu?
Deja vu, like it
Oh,
happened.
I got deja vu all over. Okay.
Isn't that what deja vu is all over again?
Yeah, it's a thing that people say.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Deja vu all over again.
That's the French I know. I knew there was something else I knew that was French.
Now we gotta see. If
Tavo says he's heading back outside to play with the angle grinder. Oh, be careful with the angle
Be
grinder.
careful, Tavo. You ever
Put a helmet on. Or, yeah, it'll get your hand. Yeah, a helmet won't help your hand any. Okay, so now we've got to do this again. I've got to go back over there again?
No, this is like a one-person thing.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I'm gonna do the pumping.
You're going to do both sides
Yeah,
of it?
you
And we're going to watch?
You observe from the distance.
He says he's cutting more rust repair sections out of the donor car. Oh, I see. Just be careful, man.
Yeah, just take it easy.
Okay,
let's see.
Okay, what happens? Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening.
Is there fluid? Is there fluid escaping on the other side?
Oh, something's happening. Did you see it?
No, what happened?
Watch.
Oh, it is moving. Yeah, one side's moving. Oh, it's just about ready to come out. Okay, so you're gonna have to clamp that one off.
Clamp that side and then
Clamp that side, and then the other side will move. Wow, Kim, your tool worked.
check it out. And you know what? The bleeder's open on this side, and we've got no fluid. So I have a feeling we're going to be doing the same thing.
Yeah, the flex line's clogged.
I can't believe we rotted out of flex line.
I rotted out of flex line.
I never even heard of that working. Man. Well.
Who was it came up with that? Hippie Long?
I don't know.
I don't know who came up with that idea.
That's foolish.
Well, they were all thinking about it, but somebody.
I mean, we think of these things, and then we think better of these things. But this time, we tried.
Yeah, riding out a brake line, that's stupid. But it worked. Looks like a short. Make your own brake tool. Yeah, I don't know if we should promote that or not.
Yeah.
Somebody will go out and do that and then crash their car when the
definitely should
only
not
one
tell anybody.
Only one brake works because the line clogs back up. Or do a rebuttal to Tony's saying to replace those lines. She's going, no, just clean them out. Stick a wire down to clean them out.
We have to take our shoes off or put sandals on and put our sandals on and tell everybody, oh, you don't need to buy anything new ever. Just
you know who missed this? Ray, 38 Racing. He left before you rotted out the brake line.
Look at that. The piston went now.
And the piston went back in, so it's moving.
It went all the way back in
it's
like
moving.
It needed to. And now, let's try and get the.
Let's see if the other side will move.
See if the other side will move.
Okay, and I don't know if you need to put. I don't know if you need to put a rag there. I'll just watch, and if it starts to move.
I just wanted it to I put it there so you could see a little bit.
Yeah.
I was trying to give it some contrast, high contrast. I'll get some white.
Oh, says I may not be a horsepower fiend, but I often ask a lot of my brakes and tires. Oh, you're putting a paper towel in just absorb.
For the light.
Oh, for light. Oh, okay. Oh, that way we can see it moving. Contrast. That's for contrast.
How's that?
Got plenty of light. We can see that really well.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a little pump. See if we can get the same thing to happen.
Okay.
Well, you could really feel the difference in the pressure between the just squeezing the brake and all of a sudden it builds.
All of a sudden it went. It's reverse horsepower, yeah, Dean. Okay. You're going again?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing's happening. Whole car's moving. Nothing's happening. I'm afraid that thing's just going to all of a sudden pop out of there.
Yeah.
It's moving. It's moving.
There it goes.
Okay, so now we need to put something there so it doesn't come flying out.
There you go. That, my friends, is how you restore back to factory specification. Let's see.
So now what are you doing? Going back to here?
That is how you restore your brakes to factory specification for not spending $85.
So now they're going
per side, $85 per side. Oh, not my money.
You know what I think you could do now?
What's that? Put it back together.
You put it back together and use it. Just clean all the brake fluid off. Run it the way it is.
Where's the brake?
It's enough that we'll be able to stop it around here, move it around. Now, were there brake pads in there? There must have been something left. Or were they completely metal to metal?
No, the brake pads were not so bad.
Okay, so somebody did a brake job by putting brake pads against that really shitty rotor.
I mean, it's been like that for a long time.
Yeah. Hippie Long says you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of doing that. I mean, I might have thought of it as a joke, but I wouldn't have thought of really doing it.
We really did it.
What are you doing? Trying to push him back in now?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I should push it all the way out or if I should just push it back in.
Why don't you want the camera on it? I gotta put the camera on what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They're missing it all.
Come over there and talk.
They're missing it all.
Oh, there's nothing more to see. They already saw that. Fancy part. What, I guess I should put some brake fluid on there so that it has some lubrication. Go back in.
Was that? How far out is that?
Well, I don't know. All the way.
Thinking it might not go back in. It's so far out.
Ah.
Roadkill lives. Yeah, one down, 3 more to go.
Well, the back ones I'm not even.
The back ones.
They're rotten. And these ones are not so good, but for $85. $85.
Well, if we have enough brakes, we can roll this thing around on the property and stop it. It's good. Is it all the way out? It's cocked enough it won't go in.
I see it moving.
Going back in? Could be long spin rotor with a drill and polish off the rust. Open bleeder to compress. Oh yeah, you might want to open that bleeder to push it back in.
You think that it's holding it?
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't it push out the other side?
Well, yeah, I mean, it might push out the other side. Yeah, but you don't really want to do that. Well, you got a clamp in the way. It's not going to move the other side. Yeah, I think you're going to need to open the bleeder a little bit. Well, actually, it should push it back up into the master cylinder, shouldn't it? Yeah, because you don't have to open the bleeder when you let off on the brakes.
Just a little bit.
A little bit cocked. Came out too far.
That's possible too, yeah. I mean, enough fluid came out.
Tommy Hanlon's here. Happy Easter.
Hey, Tommy. Welcome to the stream.
Hippie Long says, do all 4. Quit fooling yourselves. You have the process set up already. Yeah, except we can do the other side, but the back is drum brakes, so the back is...
There it's going now.
Okay, the piston's going back in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's drum brakes in the back, so it's a completely different thing in the back. Yeah, all you really need to do is clean up the fluid and put the pads in it, and then we got brakes on the right front.
Well, now that they move,
yeah,
we could use one of those rebuild kits and put new
or rebuild the caliper
rubbers in it, and it'll be like new.
Yeah, maybe just get the kit and rebuild the well, Mrs. One-Eyed Cat says, oh, happy Easter, everyone. Yeah, happy Easter. What time is it? Oh yeah, it's like, it got like 3 more minutes here. But yeah, where you are, it's already Monday. Steve Edwards is still here. Okay, going to bed now. Steve Edwards stayed around to see that performance.
Crazy, huh? Hey,
Kim always finds a way to do stuff.
Kim fixes things.
Kim fixes things. That's right.
It's in the channel.
It's in the channel name.
Check out my channel. Kim fixes things. Tomorrow we'll have the video up of the first start on this. If you guys were not here for the live stream, I edited it heavily so you don't have to watch a bunch of garbage. Yeah, but although maybe some.
So how long's that video, you think?
I like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay, yeah, we'll put up a 10-minute video.
That's not long. 10 minutes isn't long.
And Kevin Smith says, Happy Easter. I think you meant happy.
No, you meant happy.
Happy Easter.
Happy.
Dean Stevens says, a happy Easter to you too.
I'm going to push that side out again and just give it a little more polish. Okay,
it's coming out. It's out. It's out. It's out. Don't go any further. You don't want it to blow out.
All right, relax. Relax, Mr. Jumpity.
Don't relax. Okay.
I see what's up. I see. I get a little bit of stuff in there because it was really rusty and yicky, and getting that out there so that it actually does.
I can't believe you cleaned out a. Oh, almost 6 a.m. Bank holiday Monday. Oh. What's going on with my eyes? I got eye trouble again?
Oh.
I don't know. I might.
I got this in my fingers and it stings.
You got a cut somewhere? You got a cut somewhere?
Everywhere.
Everywhere's cut.
Ah, the stinging. It burns. It burns.
Clean it with some acetone. No, don't do that. Let's see. It's a good time to rob it. Oh, it's a good time to rob it. So it's a bank holiday, so you rob the bank on the holiday?
I need a smaller C-clamp. You know where there's any smaller C-clamps?
Well, I had a place that hung a bunch of clamps.
There's a bunch of clamps. They're all big ones. I
don't know where they all are.
Well, are they all on the thing?
Did I have some up there? I don't know. I had this idea where to clamp all the clamps, but now they've gotten moved all around.
So what you're saying is, no.
Well, there's a box. There's a box that had like a ton of clamps in it.
Oh, there's the box over there. You're right. Thank you. That helps. These are all big ones.
The little ones probably went to the bottom.
Yeah, I'll just.
I don't know.
I think I could squeeze a little one or a big one in there. Yeah, if it fits, it ships. Just send it.
Oh, it says, yikes, moisturize beforehand, Kim. It stops stuff from soaking into your hands. Man, I used to take my hands and put like dish soap all over my hands and then kind of dry them off with a rag before I worked, and then that stuff was under the grease, but I always forget.
Oh, I am so pro.
Hippie Long says, what's Tuesday's theme? 1980 something. What was it? 84, I think? 83? I don't remember. Ooh, I should remember that, but I don't remember.
Watching this garbage?
Yeah, they're watching and they're talking. Okay, so who knows? Who knows what is Tuesday night year?
What year Tuesday night? I don't remember either. Isn't it like 80 something?
83. Buddy Carfano knew. 83.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah,
you get 2 points for knowing what's up.
Yeah, I guessed it was 83, but I wasn't sure. I said 84 first, but then it's 83. And I know that was my my Zephyr still in there because they made those Zephyrs from 78 through 83. Tim says, I worked in a casino for a while. New Year's Eve, we moved. What do you do? Take that away? Oh, he deleted it. I want to read that.
Don't you clean brake fluid up with water?
Brake fluid with water or with brake clean?
Mm-hmm.
Brake clean or alcohol? We used to use alcohol at the brake shop I was at. But then they came out with brake clean long after that. That's basically alcohol and some other stuff.
No.
Well, Kim, how long you want to go here? I got doctor's appointment tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's midnight.
Call it. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna be done.
I've told you a bunch of times. If you want to be done, you just say it, and there's no
Okay,
No
so
going
Kim,
back on that
come
kind of
back
thing.
over here. See,
You got to go over this way.
I got to go over which way?
Or, well, here.
We'll
Radio's
tip
in
the
the wrong.
camera that. Oh, that's why.
Radio's on the wrong station.
Radio's on the wrong station. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna hang it up. We've been here for 3 hours and some.
We need to make couple
time.
shorts and stuff.
Any word on the Zephyr glass? How Kim put the plastic back in, and again we got to find one. We haven't found one yet, but we'll cover that Tuesday. So okay, ready to say goodnight? I'm ready to say goodnight.
All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for being here for Easter and for hanging out. We appreciate you. We'll have video up tomorrow, and we'll be here on Tuesday.
So